insane dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile. Leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile. Leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream.
Good morning from me and my mean smirk. How the hell are you? Happy Monday. I'm sorry I wasn't live yesterday. I didn't trust my mouth. And sometimes I have to know when to just rant and rave on Twitter and not fire up a live stream. I even wrote myself notes and put them in my Twitter drafts because I deleted the notes app on my phone because it was taking up too much space. Anyways, hi. We have so much to talk about. So I don't really remember what's going on with Foodie, but I know I retweeted a whole lot of stuff about it, okay? I know she's still not wearing underwear. I know the diet failed. I think Salah may be in Canada based on the pictures of her scooter that I saw. Just kidding. Milky was on Lol Cow Bus. I have some clips of that. I don't know what you guys want to see because I'm assuming everybody's already caught up by now. But I have a variety of girl world gossip, plus my own little things to throw in there. So, what happened to Ricky Bobby? Oh my gosh. Your fingers and toes were purple for over 2 hours, still hurt, broke down. Like, oh my gosh. Stay inside and refuse to go back out for anything. Seriously. Let us know if you need anything. Hi, hello. Hello, Lori. And please stay inside, Lori. Maybe you shouldn't run today. I know that's hard to hear, but I know everybody's getting a really bad storm right now. I'm thinking of everybody and I'm praying for you all. And I just hope that you could be there for each other, be there for your neighbors, praying for anybody who has to be out in that weather, that they make it home safely every day. Hello, Nick. Hello, Free the People. Did I say hi to you? Lori, I hope I said hi to you. Thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. PQ, hey. I know I sound a little off. Hey, Mrs. C. I'm not off. There's something that's really bothering me, right? And it's kind of unavoidable. So do we just start with the bullshit? What do we do? Or do you want to laugh first? Which one? You ran on the treadmill. Okay, good. Hi, Bethany. Hello, Mare. That's some bullshit, Ricky. It's rude. The weather is rude. Ugh. I'm still at work, drove 10 to 15 miles, pulled over, let truck cool down enough to go, oh my gosh, please make it home safe and keep us updated. Talk to us. Okay. Hey, Penny. Bullshit first. I'm very sure everybody's well aware of the Hurl drama, right? There's a backstory to it. There were many things that were showing me that she wasn't a good friend, right? But like, I think I have abandonment issues. Actually, I know I do. So like, even I've worked on that very hard, by the way. So like, even if a person is a shitty person, even in relationships, if the person is awful to me, like even like I had to be the one to, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyways, it stems from childhood trauma, whatever. But like, I was holding on to this friendship with Hurl for God knows whatever reason, right? Specifically, I think of the Isaac S situation, where he shared pictures that he didn't have permission to share and all over to everybody, right? And he was fighting with Hurl. And Hurl knew if I were to cause a big thing with Isaac, that these pictures were going to come out, right? Anyways, I chose to not publicly defend her. And if she doesn't understand why, then she doesn't understand why, right? But there were things before that again where I'm like, how good of a friend is she? Anyways, I was holding on to this friendship and I knew she wasn't a good friend when Isaac shared these pictures. And then they got into a fight. She was mad at me for not defending her to him, even though I did, kind of. I just didn't do it all over Twitter. And then she befriended him after he shared these pictures, right? So, like, how good of a friend are you if your friend got revenge corned and then you're hanging out with the guy who did, you know? Anyways, but it was like we were being polite to each other or cordial. Like, I don't know, especially when the fires broke out. I remember she was DMing me saying that her mom had like barely escaped them alive and was hospitalized for smoke inhalation, all this stuff, right? It turns out like she's not even from Southern California. So, anyways, so we were still kind of being whatever, friendly with each other. I think both of us were looking for a reason to just, not be friends anymore. And then this shit with Satan went down. So this is where it's gonna like be a long, lengthy explanation. And maybe we won't even get to foodie stuff. We'll see. We'll see. So Satan was brought into Girl World from Hugh Madbro. I don't know if you guys know who that is. She's pretty much been involved with a lot of bad things that happen. Like she used to be friends with Real Stream News and would send him face masks, all kinds of stuff. Talk to him on the phone. And then she was friends with Gorl and Jessica Muska, all these people, right? Anyways, she brought him in and he seemed okay enough, right? Like, I don't know, 6 months go by and I'm like, okay, he seems kind of normal. I think that, I could trust him and he became a friend. I will say that. However, he used our community as like a dating site, which got weird. It did. It got very weird. And there was women like Lisa and Mandy. And again, I'm not keeping anybody's secrets anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but if you haven't defended me and let me take the blame for you and make me look a certain way, I don't feel bad for you. So they tell me that Satan's making everybody feel uncomfortable, specifically them. People are pointing out to me how he's getting jealous in chats if women don't say hi to him first before anybody else. And I'm paying attention. And more people are, reaching out. He's making everybody feel uncomfortable. Then I find out him and Mandy had this whole emotional affair. And they didn't hook up in person. They talked about kissing. And she said that he then was trying to convince her to leave her husband. And, I'm not laughing because I find any of this funny. I'm laughing because I can't believe like the shit show that I haven't been able to speak on. And I've taken the full brunt of it all, right? Like the blame, I've been called a liar, all kinds of things. So I tell him to knock it off. Like, why are you being weird with so-and-so? Why are you hitting on everybody? And he's telling me to, like, well, is it Kimberlina who's talking to you about me? Because she's crazy and she's stalking me. Is it Tiffany? Captain Obvious? Because she's stalking me too and she's obsessed with me. And it, like, is it so-and-so? Is it so-and-so? And then he catches on that it's Mandy and he's like, whatever she's telling you, it's a lie. And so that was a red flag to me. Like, whatever she's telling me, it's a lie. And he's like, I have proof. Here is where I failed. I should have asked for proof of whatever it is that went on, that he had, maybe he was telling the truth about her. I don't know. But what I do know is I warned Kimberlina because she had just been doxxed online. People were sharing her kids' photos, her husband's photos. And I said, Satan is doing this with all the married women, or not all of them, but many married women. Just be careful. And for whatever reason, she ran to Hurl and said, Breezy's warning me about Satan. And so Hurl gets more information from Satan and has basically been calling me out daily ever since. Like, why are you sticking up for these women who are lying about him? Why are you taking Kimberlina's side? You know who I'm talking about. She's lying to you too. And I've just taken it. I didn't flirt with Satan. I wasn't married, having an emotional affair. I wasn't doing anything other than looking out for my friends. And when all this shit went down and Hurl exploded on me, Mandy disappeared. Lisa disappeared because she thinks she thought I blocked her on Facebook. I deactivated my fucking account. Anyways, you could see where this is going. Kimberlina disappears, for example, and I'm just taking all the heat. Friendly reminder, I wasn't a married woman flirting with him. What I will say is Satan's behavior was creepy. But people shouldn't have been flirting with him. And I shouldn't have taken the heat. And I shouldn't have taken the blame. And I shouldn't have had to take all the blows. Why did you disappear and let me deal with it? I'm saying all this to say, a long time has gone on, and I am still fighting with Hurl to this fucking day. And friendly reminder, in case you guys didn't catch it the first time, I didn't flirt with him. Anyways, I'm still fighting. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say I was a really good friend to Mandy. And I'm disappointed Saturday night that you chose to end a friendship over political differences. I've never ended a friendship over the way somebody voted, ever. And it's not exactly anything new. Like, you've known how long? So shit went down Saturday, and in a brief summary, I'll give you an example. She messaged me about something that's equivalent to me messaging her and knowing how she votes and how she thinks. Can you please pray for all the federal agents tonight? They're being viciously attacked. Like, that's if I message that to her, right? She messages me something the equivalent of that, but the opposite. And I was confused. I'm like, why are we ranting and raving about people coming to Minneapolis? But like, if you're not doing anything illegal or involved in anything bad, like, and you're not going out and assaulting people, like, why are we fearing? Like, anyways, maybe it wasn't the best response, but the things that she messaged me, it was just like, I don't know. It's almost like she was looking for me to say, well, anyways, she asked me to pray. I don't even want to get into it because it's going to sound ridiculous to everybody else, for the Somali community and XYZ. And I'm like, I will pray that everybody makes good decisions. And I stand by that. Everybody. That goes for federal agents. That goes for protesters who aren't just simply protesting anymore. They're full on rioting. Just pointing that out. Just wanted to point that out. Fingers are getting bitten off, all kinds of things. Anyways, we get into it, and I still feel like I'm being extra kind to her because all of this isn't anything that, like, I would want to end a friendship over with, right? Like, we've been through a year of me taking beatings like a fucking piñata. Like, I'm not going to end our friendship over this, right? And it gets even fucking worse. It just gets worse. She starts tweeting all over these tweets that if you're not basically assaulting federal agents, then you're racist too. And she was telling me this speech about how we need to be divided right now and not violent. But the things that she was tweeting as she's giving me this speech are definitely causing division and are definitely inciting violence. Like, I'm disappointed that I was thrown away because I'll just say it flat out. Like, do I want people who are working hard and trying to do the right thing and to have a good life? Do I want them to be kicked out and ripped away from their family? No. But there's a lot of criminals, and turning a blind eye to the people that are here illegally committing crimes, scamming billions, all that stuff. Like, come on. Anyways, but again, all of this isn't something that I'm willing to end a friendship over, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're all a little bit wrong, you know? Maybe we're all a little bit wrong. Anyways, I'm disappointed that I didn't end a friendship with you when you disappeared and let everybody call me a liar. And I looked insane at some parts too. Like, Mandy's not lying. Mandy's not lying. Like, I even talked to your best friend for you, who chose Satan over you. Your best friend that flew out to see you, she chose him over you. And I told her she was messing things up. Like, how could she choose a man over her best friend? And then the woman made up a lie and said that I called her the R word, a derogatory term, which isn't even in my vocabulary. Caused all kinds of problems, sided with Satan, was fine with him sending pizzas to my house. He even sent pizzas to Mandy's house. She told her husband it was an internet prank. Anyways, I was fine with still being her friends through all of this, but because I don't think it's fine for federal agents to be assaulted, I'm not worthy of being a friend. So I'm just disappointed. Like, she was a mod. We talked a lot. But looking back, maybe I just viewed her differently after the whole thing. I mean, how do you keep a friendship with somebody who lets you take the blame for something you didn't do? I was fighting with all these people for somebody that can't even just say, oh, let's agree to disagree, you know? Your behavior, I know you're listening. It's not normal. You'll know what I'm talking about with this, but I think your husband's right when he told you that you are clueless and you have no idea how the world works. I don't understand how it's not okay for people to defend themselves, but it's okay for people to attack them. You cause division. What you're tweeting right now isn't exactly peaceful, and trying to get the world to, hold hands and sing Kumbaya. PQ. I have not unfriended one person for their political beliefs, but have been publicly bashed for mine. That part right there, looking back, like, even when I voted Democrat, I never had a Republican. I'll say it flat out. I know people are leaving. I don't care. I'm so tired of having to hear about everybody else's point of views. But, like, if I share mine, it's the end of the world. So I've never had a Republican unfriend me or defriend me. Ever. Looking back, it's always been a certain party. And I'm not trying to cause division. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And the victim mentality is just insane. It needs to stop. And, like, I know now, like, I'm already expecting it. Like, I'm going to be a villain in her story. Whatever. I hope she goes to therapy while she's writing it. Like, is being the victim through everything and for your whole life seriously working out for you? Honest question for whoever needs to hear that. And can we please not go around screaming, they're violent, while also, recommending people take things into their own hands? Like, there's a lot of people getting their friends hurt. It's one thing to protest. It's another thing to assault, destroy, damage, Anyways, hi, PQ. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being a member for 16 months. I don't like all my tax money going to people. I get that, Lori. While I struggle or for the people, while I struggle paycheck to paycheck. I get that too. And here's the beauty of our chat. Like, there's people that don't agree with me on my thoughts on America or whatever. And I don't agree with some people. But like, I've always been able to just say, oh, like, maybe you're wrong, maybe I'm wrong, you know? I guess we'll find out one day. So, I had like a whole rage and something typed out. I was angry. I was really angry. And the more I thought about it, the more I stewed. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I'm like, should I talk about this? And I'm like, you know what? Was she a good friend to you? No. Did she stick up for you when people were calling you a liar and saying you were making things up? No. Did you go back to the woman who you went and talked to because she chose Satan over you? Yes, you did. I don't know. And a side note, because again, I know you're listening, it's not normal to text somebody walls of texts about your constipation, your big toe, your in whatever, and not even once ask how they are. Like, I'm just going to say this and then I'm just going to move on for now until I feel like talking about it later on in this stream. Like, whatever you're doing isn't working. It's not normal. You're not a good friend. Maybe that's why Steffi chose Satan over you. Maybe that's why. It's not normal to impose your beliefs but get mad when somebody shares theirs. It's not normal to cheat on your husband with a man with a pot belly on the internet. It's not normal for your checks to go missing every week and somebody to break into your house every other day. Like, something is going on. You need to fucking face it. And I want to say this too. You want to be loud and represent something. But do you know how it looks? Do you honestly know how it looks? If you're going to say violence is wrong and XYZ is wrong, then you better not promote it for other people and it being done to other people. You are what's causing division. You are why people can't unite, because we see people like you saying, no, but we're not talking about fingers being bitten off. We're not talking about, it's one thing to protest, but it's not normal to go and riot with a weapon, you know? So that's all I want to say for right this second, because I feel like I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. My mouth is just going to get me in trouble because I'm back from being hurt by her to fucking angry, like the hypocrisy. And I'll say this too, while I do think Satan's a creep, I don't think he was lying about her. Like, the behavior, if she did nothing wrong, why disappear? Why let Breezy fight your battles for you? Why tell your husband the pizza's being sent to your house was just an internet prank? Why? Why ruin a good thing with it for a guy who doesn't even have a job? Like, honestly. Anyways, all right, let me share my screen. Oh, I already am. Okay, let me split it. High trauma, violence is wrong on both ends. That part right there. And I think I want to clear the air right now on something. I used to vote Democrat. I did. I voted for Biden. I did. I even had a Biden is my homeboy shirt. I don't know. Anyways. And then I woke up. That's all I can say. But that doesn't mean that I think the Republican Party is perfect. It doesn't mean that I think they do everything well. It doesn't mean that I don't think federal agents are making mistakes and could be, you know what I mean? Like, more training is definitely necessary. I have an open mind, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't even mean I agree with everything Trump is saying or doing. It just means I got fed up with the other president and I saw how things were working out that way. And I realized my parents aren't so crazy. And then I remember thinking back, like, if my dad's whole family can come over from Italy and become citizens, like, what's other people's excuses, right? They wanted their families to be kept together and they wanted to live the American dream all as one. Like, And then I don't want to hear about the cost of things, because if people can wear Jordans and, have these other things, like, why can't you pay for a test? I mean, priorities, right? Breezy, exactly. My great grandfather. Right, right. So many people, so generations of people. And again, but I do have to say, that being said, the people were making I guess, how honest is it if they're here illegally, but like not causing any trouble. Like, eventually they wanted to become a citizen. Like, do I want them ripped away? No, but I have to, I even had this conversation with Mandy, and she just would not hear it. There was a huge problem in California. There was, with people being here illegally and harming children and women. And why do we have to accept that? Why? Why do we have to say, oh, well, maybe they're just having a bad day? Why are things taken from us? It's just, it's a whole thing. I feel like feathers are going to get ruffled here. But at the same time, do I really care anymore? No. I've gone a whole year of hearing somebody else's point of view while biting my tongue. And how did that work out for me? So my family came from Germany, Free the People said. They did the right thing. They became naturalized U.S. citizens by doing what they were supposed to do. Anyone that has opportunity, if you follow the law. I get that too. And then I also get the natives' perspective, where they're like, well, everybody's here illegally, then right. But we have laws and rules and stuff like that now, and we should follow them, We should. Or why do only some people have to follow rules, but others can break them? Anyways, I'm getting back to the point in California. All this bad stuff was going right. Like, I remember one time being at a McDonald's and somebody taking a shit on the sidewalk while we're trying to eat. Very recently, a whole bunch of fires. There was people helping start and make the Palisades fire, all the fires worse. And that is a real thing. I'm glad that California is being cleaned up. But again, I have to point out, before somebody clips this and takes me out of context, does it mean I want the elote man who's been here for 35 years and his family, you know what I mean? And does no wrong, goes home to his family every single night, whatever. Do I want him to be yanked off the street? No, but I'm happy the people that are committing crimes have to go. I am. And pretending that everybody who comes here illegally is not committing crimes or not scamming or not doing XYZ. You're delusional. You're in denial. It needs to bring the table new immigrant reform to make illegal aliens legals, because there are millions of illegals in the USA. Hi, tiny pink ghost. It's one big island and we're not on it. Thanks, Steve. Anyways, I don't even know if I care about this Chantal stuff. I don't know if you guys just want, I guess we should. Again, if anybody disagrees with me, I don't want you to not feel welcome here. I don't want you to think that I hate you because you don't like Trump. I'm very open to other people's perspectives and points of views. But something about that text Saturday, it was just, I didn't get it. And I could tell she was confused, because I was like, why are you so terrified that ICE is there if your friends and family aren't doing anything wrong? And they're here the right way. And they're not involved in any, I just didn't understand it. And so that's why I was like, I hope everybody makes good decisions, because the way she was sounding, okay, so are they going to be out protesting? I hope that everybody makes good decisions. Everybody. Because the world is mad right now and it's insane. And if people were making better decisions, we might not be here. The people I have ran into over the years who are anti-legal immigration are the legal immigrants who jump through hoops to come here legally. That part right there too. We're painted a certain way. I know, Joe, that you don't vote Republican. I know that. I'm just saying in general for anybody listening. I know we're painted a certain way because people think, well, you want all the aliens out because you must be racist. And I'm just like, I look, back to my dad's family, the sense of pride that they had of being citizens when they talked about it. Why wouldn't you want to have that? Anyways, I know they were big on like, yeah, like if you come here, you should learn the language, you should become a citizen. But it's the same thing. If I moved to another country and I was planning on staying a long time, I would learn the language. Is that not respectful? I'm not saying if you only speak Spanish or you know only Spanish speaker. I'm just saying in general. Okay, we're having a very open conversation. A very open conversation right here. I mean, they spoke Italian and they learned English. Yes, Joe, that's how you vote. What did Lori say? It's frustrating that my students who are legally here and afraid to come to class. That sucks. It sucks. I wish everything was fair and everything was better. But one day I woke up. This isn't for you, Lori. This is just in general. I remember when I voted a certain way, like I was very passionate about every cause and everything, and I just wanted everything to be fair, 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 fair. But the world isn't fair, and it's never going to be. And why should we make it fair for some and not for others, right? Take with that what you will. Let's start yapping about some girl world gossip. I have some shit to talk about Gigi. I have some shit to talk about Hurl. I have some shit to talk about. Anyway, Satan, if you're listening out there, I still find what you did to be creepy. But whatever happened with you and Mandy isn't my battle anymore. It's not my war to fight. Could you have done things differently? And should you have? Yes. But I believe you when you say that she was lying and there was more to it. I do have to say that because looking back, the reaction that went down, it just wasn't normal. It just, if you aren't doing anything wrong, why run and hide? Anyways, all right, let's go. Can you guys see this okay? Girl world, hello. All I know. Yeah, it's true. Eric said the only dumb thing about the Democrats now is if you go back and watch or listen to everything Obama said about illegal immigration is the same as that part. I remember I was getting frustrated with Mandy when she was on her rant too. It's like, but the people that you voted for did the same exact things, but now it's only wrong when Trump does it? Again, it all goes back to hypocrisy. I'm not saying every Democrat is like this, right? I'm just saying, like, on both sides, there's very extreme people, right, that make everybody else look bad. I'm just saying, like, there is. Yeah. Am I at real time with my chat? There we go. I scrolled. Sidebar, I'm not leaving because of this conversation. Okay, thank you, Lori, and thank you for being a member. I love you. I voted to bring the Epstein victims justice. I thought that would kind of reset the government, but we all know how that went. I wonder if the files are still on Buddy's desk. I can't even think about it right now. I can't. All right, so this was me feeling kind of sassy, and then Gigi showed up in my replies, and then we had a whole back and forth. He's alleging some really disgusting things about me. Why is a grown man talking about a child like that, Gigi? I do have a clip that your new friend Hurl told me to check out. I believe Alex made it, and Hurl had sent it to me. So, anyways, I'm going to show that video. You look like Cyrax. I don't take it back. Take a good look at this picture, okay? And keep it in your brain for as long as you could stand it, because eventually you're going to watch a clip and tell me if they don't look similar, but Cyrax has more hair. I don't even want to talk about the text that's on the screen. This man creeps me out. I don't even want to call him a man. This creature, I feel like even that's too nice. This thing, he scares me. To like the fact that he always thinks he's talking to children and he's just out walking freely. It's terrifying. I've also seen some really horrible videos with him making a noise that just okay. Anyways, Gigi resembles him. And that's not me being mean. It's just the fucking truth. Apparently, Foodie is going to get crochet washcloths because she has none. How do you not have any washcloths? And she's been in her apartment since October. And is she trying to be like Amberlynn because Amberlynn gets a lot of attention for the way she wipes? Like, do you think this is a fetish thing? I don't know. I don't understand it. She doesn't take a shower, so why else would she need a washcloth? Well, how would that work if you have a rounded sink instead of a sink with corners? Like, do you just like squeegee across? Like, how does that work? These are the things that go through my mind, and I really wish that they didn't. Amberlynn bought them all. There's a shortage. Oh, wait, she's going to learn how to crochet washcloths. I'm sorry, she isn't going to go get them. She's going to learn how to crochet them. I feel like anybody I've seen who knits or crochets, they have these, like, I don't know, thin fingers, and they move so fast with their needles. How is Chantal going to do that? This is her fupa, in case you haven't seen it today. I don't know why she wears those black leggings that are see-through with no panties. I don't know who needs to hear this out there, but when you wear your polka dot panties through your leggings, we can see them. Chantal, we can tell when people aren't wearing underwear, and I can only imagine the smell of those pants. I think the crotch is about to go in them. You're gonna, wow. Well, anyways, if I have to be traumatized and see this, so do you. Oh, Lord. She looks like a rabid beaver. Do you see it? Apparently, she's been on a shopping spree. Like, she is spending like crazy. Friendly reminder. She's been demonetized. I don't think she's making much on anything else she's doing. Like, where is this money coming from? Right? I know she said she got some of her YouTube pay, but did she just blow through it? And now she's going to be out of money by what, next week? And then I don't think she's going to get paid again till, what did people say, March? No, April? Something somewhere around those times. Anyway, she's been shopping like crazy. Her apartment is filled with boxes, trash from her new addiction. I think she just likes the rush of it. Well, she's doing something, right? She is. Because she's spending, like, she has all this new money. Oh my gosh. Your mom's emotional support carrot said, I cannot stand when she makes that rat face. It's terrible. I think rats are cute. I wish it wasn't called a rat face for her. What should it be called? A rabid face. There we go. This is her apartment and her mobility scooter. I know it's salt, right? I think it's melted salt, maybe. I don't know. That's what people were saying. It's just a very... what it resembles is just not very pleasant. Like, I can't imagine going scooting around town looking like somebody just pulled a train on me on my mobility scooter. I mean, there's no nicer way of saying that. And how do you just open things and throw it onto the floor? How? Look at her counters. Do you know I've been in crack dens that are cleaner than this? Seriously. I had pet rats when I was little. They chatter when they're happy. I think they are so cute. And aren't they supposed to do better in pairs? Like, they don't like to be alone. They're very smart too. Like, you could train a rat. The salt will eat through the plastic. It's supposed to be toxic for pets, right? I don't know. I've never bought it. Again, when I heard people say they were salting, I just thought everybody went to their cupboard and got their Epsom salt out. I don't know. I don't know what I pictured. Okay, but I didn't picture that. Anyway, she's tracking all that in. Look at it. It's even dripping on the floor. And if her cat plays in it, it's supposed to be really bad. I think I even shared a screenshot that says what can happen. It makes me crazy. Can't live in chaos. This person said it's not normal. No, it's not. I don't know any adult who would want their kitchen so disgusting. Like, you prepare food in there. All that stuff is extra germs and bacteria. And I even saw that she cleaned her cat litter, then threw the trash underneath this little island here. You should just be able to throw trash out normally. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you can't say it's because of your disability. You can ride around your apartment with a trash bag picking that stuff up. You're just lazy as slob. Now, what I do know is her mom and her aunt supposedly came over, and our apartment is magically clean again, right? And she has gifts, but people thought maybe she cleaned for Natter. By the way, I checked his Facebook. Oh, he's going to get ready to strike me. And now it seems like he's obsessed with Farah. He's very upset at Farah. He was posting stuff about her. I don't know. Every week he's mad at somebody. He should probably just get offline. I don't know why he doesn't. It is for foodie. Why is the scooter right up to her couch instead of at the door? She's using that scooter inside. She is. She's scooting from room to room. I am so tempted to get my little scooter and see how it is and just, scoot around the laundry room and the kitchen. But I actually don't want to clean the floors after because they're pretty clean right now. So, sometimes impulsive thoughts just can't win. She got a Swiffer, but that doesn't really clean floors. It just pushes the dirt around. So that floor is probably full of bacteria. I mean, they're good for okay, let's say you do a big mopping, right? I'll speak for myself. Like the kitchen and the laundry room are shared. Well, there's a door separating them, but it's like one long space, the kitchen and the laundry room. So oftentimes, I'll take everything out of the kitchen, mop the floor really, really well. And then in a few days, let's say the puppies ran through and created spots, I'll get a Swiffer, right? And you go over the spots. So it's helpful for that. It's not meant, I don't think, to always permanently clean, the floor. She should use her legs before the muscles in her legs start to decay. Yeah. Hi, sunshine. It's good to see you. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. I said hi to you, right, Joe? Mindy, hi. Hello, hello, hello. If anybody came in late, the first part was just, I don't know, something that's been bothering me. But seriously, I feel a lot better. I don't feel like the shit's eating at me. That's what I do have to say. It almost felt like this disease, and I was building a resentment. I will say that because every day when I was fighting with Hurl, there was multiple people that could have easily came forward and said, no, he really did these things. No, this is what happened. And they didn't. Some people aren't meant to be in your life for many reasons. This is what I will say. And if you aren't receiving back the same energy you put into a friendship, then that isn't the friend for you. If you constantly have somebody's back and they constantly let you be thrown under the bus, just know that you don't have to put up with that. You don't. And you don't have to be loyal to people who aren't loyal to you. And I really needed to hear my own words right there. I really needed to hear that. For so long, I've had to take the higher road and be the better person with certain things. Meanwhile, Ray, Hugh, Hyde, people screaming from the mountaintops, how awful I am because of XYZ. They're not telling you I always checked in with them to see how they were. They're not telling you that I showed up for them. And they weren't good friends to me. And I don't know. I wasn't coming clean and saying, no, look, Hyde, why are you telling people I never checked on you? The day before you started sucking Isaac's fupa, I checked on you and I checked in to see if you were okay. Ray, she believed whatever Hugh told her, and Hugh would tell me horrible things about Ray. But again, I just didn't do anything to these people. And Mandy was a big part of telling me, oh, don't address Hyde, she's not doing too well. Oh, neither is Ray. Going through, oh, neither is Lisa. And it's I don't know. It's very frustrating when you constantly have to bite your tongue because of what other people are going through, yet nobody considers you, right? So I don't know. I don't have to be loyal to people who didn't show up for me. I don't have to be loyal to people who didn't have my back. I don't have to be loyal to people who disappear on me. And thinking that I owe my undying loyalty to somebody because they super chatted me, it's just that's not right. It's not right. And I'm tired of like that thing. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. Like, anybody should send super chats or gifted memberships because they want to, right? They love the community they're part of. Um, and you should never feel like you have to fight for somebody or be their friend because of what it's just, I don't know, it's a very sticky thing. All of this has been a very huge lesson to me. Sometimes we have to learn tough lessons in life. We do. I don't know. For me, I have to learn that just because people say they're kind, it doesn't mean they're actually kind. Just because they say I'm a good person, it doesn't mean I'm a good person, right? Just because you shout the loudest that you care for XYZ, it doesn't mean that you actually care. Chronicles of Jen, thank you so much for being a member or joining. By the way, if you're a member and you want to join our Discord, please reach out to me. I'm on Twitter. You could DM me that way or email me justbreezentoday@mail.com. And I'd love to give you the link. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hey, Willow. Sorry, my membership comes and goes. I get it. I totally get it. It's good to see you. Anyways, back to the Chantal stuff. No, this is not normal. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just get a big trash can, okay? If you do not want to continuously go to the trash, just get a big trash can and collect things and just throw it in there instead on your floor. Amanda said Ontario is going to be the coldest place on earth, and the unemployed slug bought a fan. Okay, but there's a lot of her. A lot. Foopalicious that I'm concerned about the cat. Tim said, I am too. Tim said, being cold outside has nothing to do with having a fan inside. I have mine on year round. So do I. To be fair, like my fan is on right now. I don't know that I ever turn it off. It's this, what is it called? A TheraPure. And it has this UV light that like filters the air or purifies the air. And the sound it makes, I don't know, it drowns out all the outside noise, right? So like, I don't know. It's just amazing. I feel like if I turned it off, I don't think I could think. And everything would be so quiet. I definitely wouldn't get any sleep. I'll tell you that much. So that is a fair point. Like this morning, it was 47 degrees and my fan was on. She's in my Discord as a mod. Oh, okay. Yeah, get it from Aaron. Let's see. I was confused for a second. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. Julie said she's talking about how she loves the $25 hijab she is wearing while she's opening more items she ordered, including the Too-Faced lip plumping serum, but can't spay the cat. How much is that? Like $28 to $32? I don't know. I haven't bought it in a really long time. I've come to terms that I just don't have Botox lips, and I'm not going to be, and nothing I buy is going to do it, but I would imagine, I think I remember before it was 29 maybe. So you can't spay your cat, but you can buy this stuff for your lips. What happened to your spending challenge? She failed. I would never spend that much on lip gloss. There was one. Oh no, there is one that worked. Or at least I thought it did in my like 18-year-old head. Maybe I was 17. Do you guys remember when Jessica Simpson had the lip plumper? And I feel like maybe I'm not remembering this correctly, but there was like a lotion that you could also eat. I swear. Anyways, I remember the Jessica Simpson lip plumper. It hurt like hell. And it felt like a million bees were stinging my lips, but I felt like they grew a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe they just swelled because of whatever. I have no idea. Oh, well, isn't that the point? They put something in it, obviously, that makes your lips swell. Well, I don't know. I swear that shit worked. I don't know about the Too-Faced. I can't remember. I wish I could dye my hair, but I have none. I could dye my beard. Foodie with a cameo, and now we know. That's out-of-date makeup. Too-Faced doesn't make lip plumper anymore. They only make PETA-approved hair dyes. Good to know. I do like Too Faced stuff, though. I think there's a whole controversy or something with the people. I just remember I liked their packaging, like their blushes and highlighters were very cute, but now I don't really wear makeup. I don't. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to do it right. I wish I was one of those people who could make my eyeshadow just blend beautifully and make a pore not be seen on my face. And I wish I could be seen from the moon with my highlighter, but I feel like my face, I just look like a clown with it on. Mascara and lip gloss, sometimes lipstick. I don't know, powder if it's the summer and I'm feeling shiny and I don't want to walk around looking like an oil slick. But I don't know, my skin has thanked me for not wearing makeup every day. That is a fact. That is so fucking nasty. What did Eric say? Remember when she said she had a new boil and she said when she woke up it was all over her sheets and when she got up it leaked on the floor? Yeah. Isn't it just going to fill back up? Like if you're not getting it lance drained, whatever, isn't it going to constantly be filling up with infection? So that apartment, it's just going to be blood everywhere, pus everywhere. That poor mattress, she doesn't have a mattress protector, but she probably doesn't care. If she wants a new mattress, she'll just, I guess, go eat later for somebody. Boho said, convince me this is not a certain type of content. It is. Okay, think about it. Even if you eat at your favorite place or whatever, you get it for dinner. Like for me, what is Portos? Let's say I get Portos. Like I'm not sitting there, oh, hey, oh, like my eyes aren't rolling back in my head. I might be eating a little faster than normal, but like there's no moaning or groaning to be had. There's no sucking my fingers like she does. You know what I mean? Like what she's doing is for somebody, obviously. And it's not she looks possessed. Oh, somebody needs to make a movie out of this, The Possession. And every time she unalives somebody, she slurps up a bunch of spaghetti. I should have got into a different career with my weird brain. I could have made the weirdest movies that like nobody would get, but they would probably be hits because they would just be so weird. I should have wrote weird ass books. I mean, she said in the same stream, all she did to clean it up was she took the sheets off and put them on what leaked on floor and left it all day and went live. It was still there. Oh my God. She, I think, needs to be forced into some sort of like conservatorship where somebody tells her, you have to shower today. You have to take your medicine. You have to go to therapy. She needs somebody to hold her money for her and give her an allowance. I know it's such a touchy subject, right? Because there's obviously people that are forced into it and shouldn't be, but then there's genuinely people who need it because they are incapable of making a good decision. And Chantal is one of those people. Well, look at the replies. 1,000%. I've said for a long time she's making too much to not have side gigs, especially now. It seems like whatever she's doing, she gets money every day from it. Have you caught on to that too? Like every day it's new stuff. If you're not selling something, how are you getting money every day? Like she doesn't have good credit. She's not charging this stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's the mom in me. I'm like, where's this money really coming from? You're getting money every day. Every day. She's doing side jobs for sure. So a hooker and a hijab? No offense to the sex workers out there. I think it's a beautiful thing. But like, okay, well, not foot and mouth. I think it's a beautiful thing. How do I explain this? Like Hecate. She owns that she does it. Like she's not trying to hide it. She's not trying to pretend that, she's at church 7 days a week and considering being a nun. She's not pretending that she's rescuing puppies and kittens and that's where the money's coming from. Like maybe she's also doing that, But like, it's a beautiful thing when somebody can own who they are, right? Like, it tends to make you not look at things bad because it's like, if they're willing to own it, how bad could it be? I don't know. Does that make sense? And then there's people like Chantal, don't talk about me because I'm a Muslimah now. And if you do, you're Islamophobic. Don't you talk about me in my hijab. And then she's selling her ass on the side and doing all these angles where we could see every single fupa fold. Do I need to remind you? I mean, is this very modest? Ma'am, I could see your ball sack. Could you imagine, Eric? She definitely doing, I think so. For Emily, maybe that's the girlfriend in Canada. Emily was talking to that one TikToker, YouTuber. I always forget the name. Always. You guys will remember. Zio. And she was in rehab as Emily was sending her food. Hello? Emily doesn't care. Emily doesn't look at this woman and think, oh, she shouldn't have so much sodium. She's like, here's more fries, biatch. $60 if you eat 12. It's like, all right, anyways, let's keep going. Too Faced lip gloss. I think I'm in my physician's formula phase. I haven't bought any yet, but I've been eyeing all the things at Walmart. Like, there's this one stick that gives you a little contour and a pink little glow. It makes you look like you were just kissed by the sun. And then there's like, I don't know, bronzers, there's highlighters and all this stuff. So if I'm ever going somewhere, and I love the packaging, one of them had little strawberries in the makeup. So I think if I'm ever going somewhere and I need to paint my face, like, I will have all the physician's formula because A, they sold me on their packaging, and B, it looks clean. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to describe it. This is her 3-week-old whatever. I don't even know. Holy hell. How do you let that sit? I mean, I know she's done it before. Like, would this not be a sign for you to take your mental health seriously if you were leaving things in pots to sit for 3 weeks? If you were shitting in bags and putting them in the freezer? And like, if your family saw this going on, and I don't want to hear about, oh, her family tried. If I was shitting in plastic bags and storing them in the freezer, do you know how fast my mom would have me committed? Seriously. And she would not bat an eye. She would not lose a fingernail. I would be there for 3 days. Like, it's not normal, right? It's not normal. No normal adult who's not going through addiction or something major just leaves things to mold for weeks at a time in their kitchen. There's things I forget about in the refrigerator sometimes. I will say that. The stray carrot, I don't know. There's things like that, right? That just kind of get pushed underneath things or off to the side. And then I'll be like, oh, I should probably throw that out. But there's nothing for 3 weeks just sitting on the stove, collecting bacteria and mold and all the things. And she put it in a bag and put it in. What is this? So somebody has a freezer kink. I know I sound insane. Not necessarily a freezer kink, but remember when Anime was paying for her, like, here's $10, go get some McDonald's. Here's $5. Can you go get this? Here's $200. Can you get Wendy's now? And then one time she bought, what was it? Some sort of pepper. I forget now. It was a pepper or something. And she like bit into it all seductively. And she's like, I just love peppers. Like, somebody has certain kinks. I guess they don't seem weird to them. Like, I don't know. Maybe us people who just like, you know, doggy or whatever, maybe we're the weird ones to them. I don't know. This is a very wild conversation for a Monday morning. I'm sorry in advance. There's just, I don't know. Welcome to my live stream. Later, we'll be hanging out with a puppy outside. You know, it's just how it goes. This is where I come to actually be able to speak like an adult. For the majority of the day, I have to say, gosh darn it, shut the front door, things like that. And so I come here and I get to say bitch. I get to talk about poop, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this is proof she sleeps all day. Wow. It's proof that she's in a severe crisis and her family needs to come and save her, not keep cleaning up after her because it's going to be like this again in 3 days. Like, what do people have against rehab? What do people have against therapy? What do people have against taking their medication? What do people have against, I don't know, doing laundry? Does anybody like wearing dirty underwear? Maybe that's why she isn't wearing panties, because she hasn't done her laundry. Anyways, outside where the garbage belongs. I'm very clean now, but in addiction, like, was I mopping and sweeping every day? Well, if I had drugs, but off alcohol, no, right? And there's been times my mental health has been shit, but there was never not somebody telling me, like, hey, you need to do something about this. You need to get help. There was never, I don't know. I was forced into help a lot of times. What I will say is shout out to the family members out there who do everything they can to save their family members and kids, you know? Like, is this what you would want your daughter to become? Her mom must be so sad. But there's a point too where you can enable somebody to literal death, like her mom coming and bailing her out of every situation. Look, I mean, is it working well for this woman? She's 3 times the size she used to be, just in a nicer place. She has a legit ball sack that probably hangs lower than a 90-year-old man's. I mean, have you ever seen one so low? Again, I'm sorry for this lovely conversation this morning. I forgot to take my pills this morning. Thanks for the reminder. I'm happy to remind you. Salad got to be solid with the freezer. Can't, I mean, he's no, her balls are impressive, Freeland people said. Yeah. Nora Lynn said she's hung like a horse. Literally. This is such an unfortunate angle. Okay, well, so what I will say is I was kind of minding my own business. I had seen the I wasn't minding my business at all. I had heard and seen. Well, first I heard, and then I went to go look at what Gigi was saying about me and my daughter, and it's disgusting. And I don't want to hear about how because I think he's a creep, it's because he's a gay man. No, it has nothing to do with who he chooses to love. He's disgusting. He's a pervert. I've sent Hakate proof now. Like, she has so many receipts, right? Of stuff like she had told me she heard XYZ about me. And I was like, no, this isn't true. Look, I have this receipt to prove it. Anyways, Gigi, what you're yapping about, you should be ashamed of yourself. Nobody can talk about your dad disowning you or about your mother, which I won't go as low as you do. Nobody can mention your family, but you so freely are alleging some of the most disgusting things about me and my child. So let's talk about the video. Yo mama was lying every single day for content, and then he scrubbed his channel clean. So, you know, there's that. But those who have watched for a while, you'll remember Yo mama going live every single day, saying that I was clearly out drunk and leaving my daughter home alone to play with Barbies by herself while I was wasted, and saying this and saying that. Like, he would say the most disgusting things about me knowing I was sober. Most disgusting things. And my daughter at the time, I'm going to talk very briefly about this. She was a patient at Children's Hospital, okay? That's all I'm going to touch on. So I have this idiot saying that I'm out drinking, leaving my daughter to do blah, 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 play alone with Barbies. Meanwhile, I'm the one going to the appointments with her, me and my mom. I showed a video. I'm like, look at how happy she is. Like, please stop talking about her. She's going through something right now. Like, what you're saying can cause a whole lot of problems. Does she look neglected? Does she look abused? Now, was that right? Should I have done that? No. But I wasn't thinking that he's a dad. I wasn't thinking he would twist it that I was sending inappropriate videos. It was a group of people doing the electric slide. Oh, not the electric slide. What? The Cupid shuffle. It was a party. Nobody was drinking. Just everybody was having fun and dancing. And he twisted it that I was sending inappropriate videos, da-da-da-da-da. And then, you know what? Want to know how else it got twisted? Isaac Guest when he was saying that he was going to stick up for me and take people down who were lying about me, blah, 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 blah. I showed him legitimately the video that I had showed your mama. And again, I'm not thinking in my head that people would twist it and do something so gross because I don't know. I would never think to lie about a child or a mom like that to that extent. By the way, Mandy, this just reminded me how you stayed friends with Be Our Guest Discord after all this stuff. Yeah, I don't feel bad for what I've said about you. Anyways, so Gigi is now parroting that I'm sending inappropriate videos. I don't even want to finish the sentence. He's saying it all over his Twitter, and I just wanted to point out to him that he looks like Cyrax. He's an idiot, by the way. Gigi, you're a fucking idiot. You're comparable to Cyrax because you're disgusting about children. And again, I don't want to hear it's because, it's not because you're gay. There's something wrong with you because there's something wrong with you. Anyways, he's going off. I sent this back. If you know, you know. Apparently, Hussey exposed him for having things attached to his ass, and that's all I'm going to say. So anyway, I said, I won't even address your buffoonery, but is this you, Gigi? Again, this is why I say he is weird with children. I have a question, Gigi. Why is a child at a bar with you guys all getting drunk? And I don't want to hear, oh, sometimes I have wine, at dinner. Like, it's very different having a glass of wine at dinner with your family than going and taking your child to get drunk at a bar. Like, and I know you have to be 21. Okay, so maybe there's a small restaurant attached, but like, anyways, there's a child there. I didn't zoom in. I, in fact, zoomed out or cut it out so you can only see a profile, right? Look at his behavior around this child and what his sister says. His sister asked, "What are you doing?" Can the men out there tell me, do you often grind your hips and do disgusting dance moves like this where there's children present? I don't even know women who would do that. But again, he's going to cry later, oh, it's because I'm gay. Tell me he doesn't look like Cyrax. That's his biggest thing. You know how if you talk about FFG, she calls you anti-Semitic? Well, if you talk about Gigi, it's because he's gay. And I'm so sick of like hearing that. Stop using that as a crutch or a shield. You're just a bad dude. Your mom would be ashamed of you. Absolutely ashamed of you. I guess it's a good thing she can't remember what you're doing, huh? I said what I said. Keep my child out of your mouth, you disgusting pervert. Don't forget, thank you. I don't do that, period. His heart, right? But again, just be prepared. Later, he'll go live and dedicate 6 hours to saying XYZ about me. But Gigi, just remember, I have proof of how those conversations went. I have proof. Watch yourself. Hakate said at Hurl World, I just got off the phone with 21 Division so I can get into contact with Jennifer Horner. She'll be aware you're using her name to threaten me and incite harassment. Also sent Bellino the shit you were talking about him in Discord and the supposed complaints. Also sent all the Discord screenshots of you bragging about reporting the lawyer and me to the LSUC. I got it all, Hurl. You're up next. Now back to FG. What I will say, I think Hurl has gone insane, but to be fair, I don't think I ever actually knew her. It turns out everything she told me was a fucking lie. She told me her name was Jennifer. She sent me these photos. She was in SoCal. She made it sound like her and her family were in the Pasadena area, right? Like, anyway, she has very detailed lies, but it turns out the name that she gave me is the name of a supposed investigator. Pearl, how do you have time to investigate and spiral on Twitter? By the way, it's not a good look when you're preaching about religion and being and you're literally terrorizing people online who want nothing to do with you. The people that you're now attached to, Pearl, not a good look. And I think everything that you've done is finally going to bite you in the ass. While you're screaming, you're reporting everybody else. Don't forget what you've actually done. Don't forget. These Kel Doge people, oh my God, I am learning so much. There's a whole group of people that think it's fine to talk to 17-year-olds and play video games with them and have communication with them as adults. And these same people think it's fine to talk about other people's kids. And again, they'll be the people that you don't like me because I'm this. You don't like me because I'm a furry. You don't like me because whatever. It's like, no, we don't like you because you think it's normal to have friendships with 17-year-olds. You think it's normal to talk about people's kids. You think it's normal to put people's kids as your profile picture. This whole group is trash. Absolutely. Anyways, check out Hecate. Her streams cover the madness. There's so much going on that I had no idea about, right? Anyways, once you know, you'll start noticing a trend. And please tell me when you notice that trend, what it is. I want to see if we're on the same page. I said this to Hurl, who keeps sharing DMs about what I've said about Azria. Here's the thing, Hurl. I know you're listening. I was up front with Azria. I said, look, I did shitty things to you. I said shitty things about you because I thought you did this to me. And she said, girl, same. We were very upfront. I said this. I even said, I gave Isaac your name. All kinds. We were very, very upfront. And I respect that. So it's like there's nothing to hide. It's not like I'm saying Azria is my best friend and we're going to buy cottages in the countryside together and ride our horses every day at 4 p.m., right? It's just a new friendship based on honesty and respect. So I'm different from you, Hurl, in the aspect I don't have anything to hide. Everything you've said about yourself is a lie. What are you hiding? What are you actually hiding? So anyways, I told her you didn't mean anything to me before and you mean even less to me now. You're a loser. You are friends with men who are perverts. Yeah, she's now friends with Gigi, by the way, that man you saw grinding at the table with the child. You're friends with men who are perverts, degenerates, and their own families want nothing to do with them. I said, you're a freak. I'm not like you. I have a family who would do anything to protect me. You have Busy and Gigi. P.S. Your mother must be ashamed of you. I'm ashamed for her, honestly. This is why I said that. To make up lies about your mom being sick and hospitalized is another level of sickness to me that I just don't understand. Like, why would you put that out into the world? Why would you put that out into the universe? That's fucked up. It's just fucked up. And she uses her mom and her brother's supposed addiction as a way for people to trust her. Anyways, let me go back to the point that Hurl is the one who told me how disgusting Gigi is, and she actually called him a predator. Hurl is the one who told me about Busy Little Bee's recent arrests. Very recent arrests. She also is the one who told me how Busy's husband was cheating on her on Twitter, and that's around the time she got arrested for DV. So I find it very odd they're friends now, and I doubt Hurl was very upfront and said, look, Gigi, I've gone around campaigning about you, making sure that everybody knows that you're a predator. In her words. Hurl has no family. I don't know what I believe. She told me she was a student. Now she's always talking about her job. Like, how did she finish school so fast and get a whole career? I don't know. She told me before she only had a dog and she was helping fire victims' animals, but now she has rabbits and guinea pigs and all. I don't know. Everything she says is a fucking lie. Free the People said, having Busy and Gigi as your friends is probably the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. in my entire life. And Hurl fits in perfectly with the degenerates like that. Those are her people. Oh, I forgot I posted this. I said to defend the gaining ground means you defend this, Hurl. Remember how passionate you felt about his friend Tiffany? Believe me when I say you are trash. Your friends are trash. You will never be anything other than trash. So she was telling me, okay, hold on. Let me go full screen. So she says, I'm done arguing with Gigi. He's bitching out at Team YouTube. He's a little bitch. I said, I have him blocked. Let me guess, he's reporting you? She said, yeah, reported the hell out of me, but I reported him back on Twitter. I reported him on the YouTube first, and that's what set him off. And then she starts showing who he's friends with. This is disgusting, and Yato loves Yo Mama. I don't even want to read what that guy said, but he said it's not a crime. It's an attraction. Ew. And then he says you can't convict someone of thought crimes. Well, maybe they should. I'm sorry. Are these your friends, Hurl? It makes sense that guy likes Yo Mama. I said what I said. I think of what Yo Mama said about Keema, then accepted a job from him. Oh my gosh, Willow! My sister gave birth to a healthy baby boy. He's the cutest. I'm so excited to be an aunt. Thank you, Breezy, for your videos. Here's some money for ice cream. Thank you so much, Willow. And congratulations, Auntie. You're going to be the best aunt. I'm sorry that this conversation is so weird, but if you hear anything today, protect that little boy. These people are fucking weird out there on the internet. Protect him for as long as you're alive. Please. Learn from everything I share on here and just always look out for him. I wonder if Gigi's on the national, right? I don't know. I almost got emotional talking about it because I'm like, we're talking about all these perverts and predators out there, and there's like, I don't know, innocent little children being born every day, right? And they have no idea what the world is fucking like and that these bad people lurk. So if anything, I hope we're opening eyes and just always watch out for the kids, you guys. Always. You're welcome, Willow, and thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so excited for you. What are you excited to do as an auntie? What are you most excited to do? I know for me, I like swimming in the summer with my nephews. I enjoy them coming over to play with the dogs and ask me a million questions until it's not fun anymore because I don't know, I get overstimulated with all the questions. I'm like, I don't know why at a certain point. But I guess I'm excited to show them too. Like, I don't know. Their mom is very like strict and organized, and she's one of those people that has like something planned for every step of the day or every hour of the day, right? And so when I'm hanging out with them, they kind of just get to let loose and not have a strict schedule. And they get to eat a little bit of candy. And I guess I like being the cool aunt. That's what I said. I like being the cool aunt. Anyways, Hurl was letting me know about this Tiffany Taboo person. So in case you guys don't know, Tiffany Taboo is friends with the Gaining Ground. He's actually defended her. Her husband was a sex offender. And she stayed with him after he got in trouble and things came out. She even made videos talking about it. Anyways, so these are the people he's friends with. And Hurl let me know all about Tiffany Taboo. In fact, Hurl had 1 billion videos on this woman. Hurl said Monty interfered and made Leslie ditch Marty by interviewing Crystal and Leslie. Oh, this was when she was in Marty's Discord. And Hurl was letting Marty know about her. And Tiffany was in there lying, saying, that's not me. That's not me. It was definitely her. So Hurl said, I can't believe anyone is defending Tiffany. And also she brags about the scrapper stuff in Messica's chat right here. Oh, was that Messica's chat? Either way, she was in Marty's Discord too, okay? I don't think Marty is going to like her saying that, Hurl said. Let's see. They're sharing the videos with me. Queen Bee says my children were, oh my God. Anyways, these are videos all about the Tiffany Taboo person who stays with men who hurt children. She made a video about it, deleted it. She's in Gigi's chat all the time. He's just fine with her. Just wanted to point that out. Let's see. This is her showing me all the videos that she had up talking about it. Pearl said she's trying to hide it because one of Marty's people said if they find out it's her, they're going to go after her. She's an idiot. Wow. I found where she posted some of her husband's court stuff, and I'm going to go compare now. Anyways, she was on a whole rabbit hole. What it turns out, while she was acting like she cared about children and cared about people who were harming children, she's cozying up with somebody who's weird around children and is talking about a little girl to this day lying about her. As an uncle, I would go to prison for my niece. Same. Nicole, I don't know these people, but a couple, what the fuck is wrong with these people? So much. Gigi stood up for her. Hi, Boomer. I just arrived, so I'm looking back to the start. It's been a day so far. I need to hear hear the song. It's going to get funny eventually, okay? There's a lot of shit to talk about, okay? It's good to see you. Free the People said Hurl is no different than Chantal. She'll defend anyone who defends her, regardless of who it is. That's true. This is Alex, who's covering AJ, worst of the internet, Val, Kel Doge, fat garbage. She said they're all part of an internet group, Kiwi Farms, and look at the word right there. And worst of the internet is giving out people's personal information. AJ is now allowing full-on doxing in her chat. She allowed a handful of people, including myself, to be doxed, and GP screamed about cooch. Okay, well, I don't need to play this, but oh no, all these people are insane. But if you cover worst of the internet, if you cover Val, if you cover Cal Doge, you're a bully, you're the worst person in the world, you're a liar, you're this, you're that, you have something against furries, you have something about this. And they use these labels to hide behind horrible behavior. I said what I said. Worst of the internet, why are you making children's content with your shirt open and unbuttoned? That's inappropriate. And if you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be talking about Disney things on streams, right? Hakate said, so Valkyrie admitted to the grooming of a 17-year-old when she was 26. Oh my God. Again. Valkyrie? Well, I will be staying away from them. All right, let's see. Oh, Busy Little Bee. Slandering me, slandering AK, slandering Tragic because she can't cope. No one believes anything she says. She's literally rubbing elbows with the woman she exposed for faking her illnesses. Busy also thanked Takate for all her help, now as part of harassing her. Oh, here's proof. Something.
The fires gave us a heads up.
Okay, now this bugged me. Never under.
And again, to anybody saying, oh, they were ignoring evacuation orders, do you think the people lighting the fires gave us a heads up?
Okay, now this bugged me because Breezy is one of those people who tries to make every tragedy her own. You know what I mean? She was never under an evacuation warning or order or anything. She was not.
My daughter was evacuated out of her school. You are so lucky I don't watch your actual videos, Busy Little Bee. So I can't be sad that fires are happening where my daughter couldn't go back to school for over a month. I can't be upset about that. I can't be upset about people that I'm actually friends with on Facebook that I went to high school with posting about how their aunt's house caught fire and they can't find her. By the way, she passed away. I'm not allowed to be upset about fires that I see from my backyard. Fuck you.
Not anywhere near a fire. She is fucking tripping. And this boils my blood only because I lost everything I owned in 2018 in the campfire in Northern California.
So then you should be more sympathetic, right? If you had truly lost everything in a fire, then you can understand why I was sad that my daughter's family member's house burned down in the Palisades. You can understand why I'd be sad that my daughter is concerned about her fucking friends. I would assume you would get that.
It was the biggest.
And why did you make it all about you? I make everything all about myself, but you're making this about the fire I lost in 2017.
California fire in history. And I lost everything, including my parents' cremains. So hearing Breezy try to take other people's tragedy on as her own is so beyond infuriating, especially when it's a fucking wildfire.
Pearl, that's who you're friends with? I told you personally how those fires affected me and my family. No, I'm sorry, I didn't lose my house. Like, I'm sorry. I guess I should have in order to have an opinion. Let's see. Oh, that pissed me off. Anyways, while Chantal can be boring, there is so much drama going on this side. It's not even funny. Let's see, what is this? Oh, busy thanking Hecate. Thank you for all you've done to help me. You are an incredible woman and one of the very few people I trust online. Is that why you admitted to sending my nudes on your sock accounts to her? Because you trusted her? You have added a lot of fun, laughs, and realness to Gorl World. Of course, we don't agree on every subject. Who does? But I just wanted to publicly thank you and congratulate you on your channel's growth. Thank you for being a real one through and through. Well, you admit it right here. These are all the reasons why I like Hecate. She's funny, smart, intelligent. She's a real one. So why do you have so much to say on me being friends with her? You're friends with the woman who doxed her husband's peen to the world. Just saying. Apparently Milky was on Lol Cow. I don't know. You guys have probably already seen it all by now, right? I found this quote online, and I thought it was perfect. To offend a strong man, tell him a lie. To offend a weak man, tell him the truth. It applies to several people out there. Let's see. Oh, Valkyrie is sharing Tragic's children online. Do you notice a trend? I'm just going to say it. Why do all these weirdos post children and obsess over other people's children? And all the people that Hecate's covering saying, look how they are. Look how they are. They're calling her crazy and a liar. And they're trying to ruin her reputation. And if you associate with her, they're trying to ruin yours too. People don't like truth tellers. And the bad people don't like it when a spotlight is shown on their bad behavior. Grown adults don't need to be making children content every day. They don't need to be friends with 17-year-olds. They don't need to be doxing children. They don't need to make up disgusting scenarios about videos. And if you're doing that, I hope somebody one day checks your computers, your laptops, your phone, because I'm assuming something really bad is on there. Daily reminder to check out Hecate for all of the exposing she does on these people. Dane! Hello. There's only one reason they cut, right? No audio issues there. Oh, that's good, because I was talking a whole lot and I didn't even look at the chat for a second. Did you guys know that Jackie and Shadow welcomed their first egg of 2026? They are the best parents. And if you don't know who they are, just search Jackie and Shadow anywhere, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and they'll come up. They're a beautiful couple. They've raised many babies together. They're very inspiring too. They are, like, you see the rain, the storms, the tree swaying, and they take care of those eggs. There's always somebody watching them, keeping them warm. I remember seeing, was it Jackie that was getting poured on? Like, and it was hailing, and she just stayed there the whole time. The whole time. I feel like we could learn a lot from animals, right? How to be better people, better friends, better parents even. He has no to protect his cow, I guess. Keem booted off. Oh, yeah, he did. So he said that he was mad that she made merch that said spread for bread. So he didn't like her. But in my opinion, again, I just saw clips, okay? Every time she would try to make a point or try to bring some truth, they would cut her off. Like, she wasn't allowed to finish a sentence. I think they just wanted her up there as eye candy. Like, the whole focus, too, was all on her looks. And, like, she's so much more than her looks. Like, obviously, she's beautiful, right? Like, she's a beautiful young lady. Like, she's beautiful. But she's smart, and she's kind, and she's funny, and she's well-spoken. She's creative. She's talented. So anyways, I didn't like how they treated her. I just didn't. But they treat her like a queen. I mean, they paid her, this woman right here, with the many fupas that are going off to the side, hitting the knee every time she walks. She looks like a tick. She took Tina's line. Sorry. Oh, you thought she did terrible? That's okay. I get it too. People are like, well, she could have done more. And I could see that perspective. I think had it been Foodie up there, she would have went harder. I think she was promised Foodie anyways. And then like she ended up going up with Amberlynn is from what I would remember hearing. But at the same time, like even if she went hard, even if she tried with Amberlynn, even if she brought all the receipts in the world, they still weren't going to let her finish a sentence like at all. It'd be interesting to see if Amberlynn or Foodie went up on her channel, how it would all go down, right? Plus, Milky was kind of a fish out of water, right? Like she was out of her element. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like Amberlynn and Foodie are used to these people right now. If you're not used to them, they could be pretty vile, I would think. They quit doing them in Tennessee. She was Nicole. Keem lied about it being the shirts. It's because Amber was the one. Oh, yeah, that is right. She was about to say, because Milky pointed out, let me just go to the clip. Hold on. Let's just go. We have so many. Do you guys want to see this? Because it's not like Foodie is that interesting anyway. So Milky wanted to go on with Foodie, Miles said, but Foodie backed out. So Yo Mama asked if she wanted to go on with Amber, and she said sure. So she did opt to go on with Foodie, but Foodie's just a coward. And Milky said this, me and Foodie were going to go up together, but she backed out. I was asked to go up with Amber. I had a free night and said sure. And then Shugal said, spread for bread. Sorry, folks. I'm planning to trademark this phrase someday so nobody can use it going forward. If you have any merch with this, I'm going to need you to stop selling that. Okay, thanks. All right, so these are some clips from Lil Cow Bus.
Amber, listen. All right. Fat girls are gross. But here's the thing. You don't have to be fat. You don't have to be fat. Aren't you a carpet muncher, right? So it could mean that.
True. Wait, True. You're the pussy's lair. Oh my God.
I killed a cat.
Amber.
Charlie said, I'd rather apply to be Chantal and Rosie's housekeeper before working for someone like this. Same. I don't know why people allow Keemstar to get away with so much. I really don't. Like, he uses everybody's trauma, disabilities, addictions, and he makes a mockery out of them. And, like, he's the one making a bunch of money, right? Like, it doesn't seem like Scooter's doing too well. I've seen the place him and his mom live in. Like, Sweet Tea, I don't know what's happened to her. Anyways, 20G Girl said, Amber is insufferable at all times. She was awful in all the clips I saw. Let's go to more. Anyways, I will not click on this. I'm getting all my clips on Lil Cow Bus stuff from Twitter. Like, this guy grosses me out. At one time, I was concerned for him because he was purple. Now, I think we just should have let him turn purple, you know? I think this might be the song. No, it's not. Hold on, I don't know. I'm probably going to get a... Look how cute she is. Amber was so jealous of her. That is what you could tell. Creatrix said, oh my gosh, who the fuck made this song?
Amber is fat. Kill the cat.
Okay, what I do remember is Milky said, how come because I talk about you, or something along the lines, how come because I talk about you, I'm fat phobic, but the song they keep playing isn't fat phobic. So it says, Amber is fat, she killed a cat. And then Amber got upset about that. And she's like, first of all, you're not going to make me break NDA. And she alleged that like she gets paid, right, for this song. So like it's different. Anyways. Amber was jealous, and I don't know why. Amber is never the pretty. I kind of want to hear it one more time.
Amber is fat. Kill the cat.
So this is all scripted. She acts like she's shocked by the song, but then when Milky calls the song out for being fat phobic, she says something about NDA. And remember how she was acting shocked too when they kept bringing up Beck? She knew that was happening. It came out on one of the Lol Cow shows. Scooter didn't realize he was live and said that they had been working on the script for 3 days. 3 days. Keem looks like he could be in one of the 7 Dwarfs. He could. Milky is very fat phobic. See, I don't watch her. But is she, people think she's fat phobic because she says the word fat towards Chantal, because Chantal calls everybody else fat, right? I don't know. Again, I don't watch a lot of her. I just think she seems lovely in certain clips. Okay. Tap on B said, so you can't ask a question about Amber's past, nor can you ask about her relationship. So what the fuck do you ask, Porcahontas?
Being very respectful. I'm glazing.
She has pink hair.
Dude,
She's gonna be matching you guys soon.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, we have to dye our hair pink.
I'm
So
gagged.
excuse my, my background. I hope you don't mind. I just really loved what you did with Twinkie's nails. I thought I loved the length.
Wait, I can't even
love
tell
the
what your
color.
background is. Oh, if I look over my laptop. Oh, okay.
So the background is Amber's dog's nails. Just FYI. If you need to zoom in, please do. Milky was calling her out on Twinkie's nails, and Amber kept saying that Twinkie's nails aren't like that, right?
So this photo you're referring to is actually about 10 years old.
It's not though, babe.
Maybe like 8.
Not.
Eight.
She doesn't even have to say anything. She doesn't even have to say anything. She's already serving. She's already killing.
No.
How
Dude,
old
I
is
love
this
her
photo?
accent.
Okay, naughty box.
It's 2026.
Last year. Last year.
I'm dead.
I mean,
That
aren't her claws
photo-
extended?
There are new
though?
ones. There are new
Sweetheart.
photos.
Sweetheart.
Cute,
Sweetheart.
though.
Sweetheart.
Claws are
Cute. Love
extended.
the
Can I say
length.
something?
Love the
Can I
length.
say something?
True.
I'm
Hi.
trying not to do this.
That
Oh.
floor is from when I lived with Eric and Ricky.
Oh, so it's okay then if it was ages ago.
No, I'm just saying you just lied.
Okay, so
She
it's
didn't.
okay then though.
I'm
Well,
just saying you just
what?
lied.
Let's establish.
Either way, it doesn't matter when the nails were, because even photos from a year ago, her nails are still long and curved. And why would you let your animal's nails get to this point anyways? I could see how much you can trim off of there. Do you guys see it right there? You can see where the quick is. So that dark part, you can't cut there, right? Because it'll make the nail bleed. Look beyond that really dark speck. That's a whole, what? Looks like an inch of me. Longer than that. I don't know. Would you want to walk around with your toenails curving into your skin, into your toes?
It's okay
Where is
then.
this picture from? Because Milky
This is
said it
from
was
when I
from a
lived
year
with Eric
ago.
and Ricky.
There's an update image from a few weeks ago, but this showed the image better.
A few weeks.
It was
Okay.
like a year.
This is from when I lived with Eric and Ricky when I was bedbound, and
Oh, so you abused your dog when you were bedbound. My bad.
Well,
Let's be respectful in the chat. Let's appreciate, but let's be respectful.
hold on.
nails
Hold on.
Dirty?
sometimes
That part. Chihuahua's nails grow really fast. Chachi's nails grow like no other. I wish my nails grew as fast as her. And Chihuahua's quicks are very long. So if you don't constantly keep them trimmed, I don't know, it makes it damn near impossible to trim them, and it's hard for them when they get older.
this is not
Found that
abuse.
already.
Well, yeah.
But
Let's
if you
not
wanna come- if you
go
wanna
too
come
crazy
at me,
right off the bat.
Let me fucking speak. If you want to come at me for something I did, let it be something like recent. That would be fun. Not stuff
No.
I've already
Better.
talked about 1,000 times over.
I
What,
mean,
does it matter?
Yeah.
But nobody can come for you for anything recent either. Or they're not allowed to talk about Emily. They're not allowed to talk about her being a feeder. They're not allowed to talk about your multiple breakups within the past, year and a half. We can't talk about Twinkie's nails. We can't talk. What can we talk about?
Doesn't matter.
Why?
I've talked
What's
about it
the
1,000 times over.
do you have any footage of her like stabbing somebody or stabbing
Hi,
a
Stella.
dog?
Amber is fat.
Oh, is stabbing the only thing to do?
Kill the
I'm
cat.
talking about the extended claws that go before.
At Dennis 2968 super chatted $19.99. Justice for Rarity. We will never stay silent. Love you, sweet tea.
Now,
Dirty is the best pony, dude. She's a generous one.
Right.
yeah. Milky, what do you think of that donut sound? Do you like it? Like the little song that plays? I think it's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, thank
I mean, I
you.
can feel a whole
Finally.
breeze, but it's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
So are you going to come at me for
Push
something
up
that
and push
happened?
out.
Hold up. Sorry, sweetie. Are you going to come at me for something that happened that I haven't talked about 1,000 times over? Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, sure. So you said that like
Also,
diaries.
wait, before you go, I mean, before you start speaking, don't do anything that's doxing, personal, private.
She wouldn't do that.
I know how your reaction channels are. You're crazy.
No,
Okay. All right.
she wouldn't do that. Milky is not like that. She is not. Don't try to deflect.
Okay, but doesn't Sweet Tea look like she's doing blackface? I feel like it's kind of a bad look that Boogie just got in trouble for calling people the N-word, and now Sweet Tea comes on looking like this.
Amber.
I know I might be late to the party. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. I started over. Hold on. We were like this far in.
You're gonna come at me for something that happened that I haven't talked about 1,000 times
Okay,
over.
hold on.
Okay.
How you let Beck wipe your ass because you had muscle loss, but within a few days of you breaking up with Beck and finding Jade, you magically healed this muscle loss and no longer needed to be wiped. What was your miracle cure?
So your timeline is wrong, and again, we are discussing.
I would love to hear your miracle cure as to why you needed your
One at a
muscle
time,
loss.
guys.
But
One
you
at a
know you
time.
needed your
One
ass
at a time.
wiped.
Let her respond.
I'm dead.
I'd love to know.
I'm dead.
Okay, so one, how is my hygiene any of your business? That's the first question.
You brought it to the platform.
Because you put it out there.
Who put it out there?
Say it.
Let's redo that. Who put it out
You
there?
and the people you put online and you platform.
So just because my ex put something out there means I have to speak about it when it's my personal stuff.
I think when you film your own hygiene routines, I think it's fair game.
Yeah.
Wiping?
True.
Sure. Yeah.
She posted videos of herself wiping on the internet.
I know she said she's supposed to be the donkey from Shrek. But I don't think something that's looked like blackface has just happened this instant. I feel like I've seen it before. And I feel like they say the N-word and do all this stuff and they do little things, but then they say, oh, it's just supposed to be the donkey. I mean, I'm not even like a crazy liberal. I'm trying to be rude. People think I'm some type of way, but like I look at this and I would think that it would be blackface.
Wiped on camera?
I'm not talking. No, I'm asking why you have magically cured your muscle loss, unless you actually didn't need to be wiped and you like
So,
the sick
like I said
pleasure
in the
of
beginning of
Becky
this,
wiping you.
Like I said in the beginning of this, you're also talking about something that happened almost 6 years ago.
Well,
I don't care when you're abusing your ex. I don't
Okay,
think abuse has a time.
Yeah,
You know,
there's no statute of limitation on this. Just answer the question. The timeline doesn't matter.
Honey, were you there?
Yeah, let's not just hop to like blanket statements like, oh, she was abusing her ex, because like muscles do regenerate over.
Okay, if her ex says all these things about her and then she gets back with her, that tells me that what her ex was saying is true. She just doesn't care, neither does Amber.
Would you argue that if you didn't need your ass wiped and you were having your partner doing it, it's not some sort of mental, physical, and arguably
And
sexual abuse by having her touch you?
Can I also add in?
Why does the donkey
Beck
girl
did
have
not
no
stop
teeth?
doing that when we broke up. They stopped way prior to that.
Thank God. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that you
You
didn't
didn't
have to
know
keep
that?
wiping your crack.
If you're gonna be a sarcastic bitch, you can get the fuck off of my show.
It's not your show.
you're not really
Settle
being
down.
fair play
Everything
here.
that you have said has been from years ago. And
Settle down. Because Milky is the most beautiful, classy, well-spoken thing that Lol Cow has seen. So you settle down, Amberlyn. You settle down.
Oh, so that's okay then. Okay, do you want to do more? Do you want to do more news?
Let's just talk more
Okay.
recent.
Despite how anybody feels about Milky, she's the best looking person up there other than Falafel Reacts. She looks clean, her hair's done, she has makeup on, she looks cute. It doesn't look like she's been wearing the same outfit for 6 days straight. It doesn't look like she just left a bar to come back and do a stream. It doesn't look like she's done 9 lines of cocaine, you know?
Because like, look, here's the deal: people can change over time, and we've all made mistakes in our past.
Before you
I
continue,
said-
if it has anything to do with like rumors regarding my current girlfriend, you can just shut your trap now.
Okay,
Amber
I
is
said it multiple times.
Kill the cat.
At Phantom_mu.
Okay, the song is funny like once or twice. I don't know if I can do 4 more minutes. Well, okay, press 1 if you want to continue with the clip. We only have 4 minutes left.
Mutation super chatted $20.
I guess I'm continuing because morbid curiosity. I didn't watch the whole thing. So.
I want to know why this person is sniping your
is
stream live when she
unwatchable.
is on panel. Seems scummy to me.
Amber is fat.
No, mama. Ask your mama.
Kill the cat.
Listen, it's her channel. If she wants
At
to, she
Iceda
can.
super chatted $20. Get her milk. Get her.
I feel like if I was a donator, all these songs would annoy the shit out of me. Like, I don't know. I get overstimulated easily. Like, too much and like noises. Like, you know, I could never, even if I wanted to hate watch Yo Mama, I could never watch him because there was always some sort of loud noise happening. Anyways, I wouldn't donate purposely so I didn't have to hear the same song 500 times.
Amberlyn is a liar.
The milk in the chat.
Milk is as old as
No.
cottage cheese, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
And when you're talking about abusing Beck, and right after we said current shit, It kind of.
Okay, we can do current shit. I mean, I didn't know abuse had a timeline, but I can do current shit.
You're such a dumb
What
bitch.
did you
All right,
do?
ready?
How is she dumb?
I said
they
it.
were abusive.
Aren't you a Beauty Beauty reaction channel and you have no life and you can't film your own shit because you're boring as fuck?
Yeah. So, as I was saying,
She
I
ate
said it multiple times.
You know, do you ever get sick of Amber and Chantal saying that to people? Like when they say it about Yaba or Milky or whatever, it's like, I assume Milky is not beating her boyfriend and wiping her ass on his countertops. Like, you know what I mean? They do nice, normal things like go to dinner and the museum, and they want that time to be for themselves. Like, Amber and Chantal have to make a living out of being disgusting, out of their shocking things that they do, right? Like the rest of us can use toilet paper or what, take a shot, whatever, you know, like they have to use countertops and other people.
He was like, I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer. Sure.
Times. I said it multiple times that you grabbed me and dug your nails in. Now it's just a scratch. Beat around the bush all you want. You know you physically assaulted me. The fact that you can't even own up to it is just great. Go ahead and call your mum, said Emily, the person you're now with. So is she a liar?
So I wanted to let her finish. Oh, wait.
I'm obsessed. I'm about to volunteer to become the teardrop for Milky.
Amber is fat. Kill the cat.
I'm trying, but the cat hard.
Okay, well, you're killing my vibe. So I tried. We stuck it out for 7 minutes and 33 seconds. Anyways, thank you to everybody who's clipping this because I refuse. You know what? There was a point in time, you guys, that I used to click on the LCU stuff to hate watch them, and it's unwatchable. It truly is. Like, I don't know. There was a point I used to love to talk shit about the hosts and stuff like that, and everything was different. To be fair, it's not like I was a long time watcher, right? Like I started watching when Foodie went up on Locale Live, and then I couldn't stand a lot of the people, but then it was funny. It was different, I guess, than the stuff I was watching. And there was different storylines, and then somewhere it all shifted, and I saw people going to mental hospitals and having heads shaved and being arrested, and it was like this dark cloud was over it, and then it became all scripted, and the stuff that wasn't scripted was actually sad to witness in real time. There's sometimes I swear I'm watching the host and I'm like, that person's nodding out, this person is definitely tweaking, and nobody's telling them to get offline and take a day or 3 or go get help, right? Like it's oh no, you're acting crazy, okay, you got to be on 6 more shows later, and then you start feeling guilty. Like I've never seen somebody do well. I guess you could say that they make good money, but I've seen people start off in happy relationships and then next thing you know, they're divorcing. I've seen people, it's appeared they had no addictions to they needed to be paid to be drunk or high every stream. I saw, again, I don't want to go too much into details, but like women's whole identities being crushed, and it just, I don't know. If you watch it, I'm not judging you. I watch weird shit too. I'm just saying there comes a certain point where it's like no longer funny, right? It's no longer funny. And I think that's what's happened. And again, I've said this before. I just look at the LCU as a bunch of addicts and Keemstar is the dealer keeping them high every day. And then I can't unsee them a certain type of way ever since Yo Mama called them all PDFs and they were like, yes, great, we are. Here's a show. You want to? It's like, what are you guys really? Just saying. Anyway, Shoe Girl says, hey, Yo Mama, don't bother asking Girl World reactors to come on Locale Live shows again. Can't talk about the past, but can't talk about the current timeline either. Constant interruptions and sucking up to Amber. Milky came with questions, but couldn't ask them. You guys are a joke. To anybody listening out there, I know sometimes it seems when I'm talking about a certain channel, like I don't know a lot about Milky, right? I don't know how she is really. I've never watched a full stream. I just see the clips. I'm not saying she's a perfect person, but she definitely is classier than this bunch, okay? In my opinion. Yeah, I heard Yo Mama wanted to offer her a show on the LCU, so I don't know if she's going to take them up on that. I still won't watch them for her. I didn't watch her channel now. I'm not going to watch her over there. That's no shade. It's just, I don't know. I have to really be into something to care. Does that make sense? Like, I care about things that I care about, and everything else I just don't. I don't know. I see a whole lot of Chantal stuff on Twitter. I don't really need to go search it out anywhere else. If I do search out Chantal stuff, like I click on the 3-minute videos or the 6-minute videos, you know? Otherwise, like I go down weird rabbit holes, conspiracy theories. I don't know. Sometimes you get stuck on YouTube lives and you just go through and you find the craziest people. One day, I saw a guy singing with a toilet bowl over his, like a seat over his head, and he was squirting mustard and chocolate all. It was just all over himself. I've seen people. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's a whole lot of words for saying it's never anything personal that I don't watch a whole lot of other channels. Like it just, I don't know. A lot of it's on Twitter, and that's where I'm at, looking weird stuff up. Anyways, Chantal shows the curry mung bean soup she made 3 weeks ago still in the pot, that she then put the soup in a food disposable bag and put it in the freezer until she takes out the trash. Great. Nicole?
Yes, I showed the pot. It's mung bean curry.
Well, it looks like something I threw up in a parking lot at 2 a.m. in my former life.
I don't know, dear. I hope she's okay. Probably just not feeling well. You know?
Nicole, you know the guy? His songs are always so bizarre too. I don't know. I can't remember his channel name now, but once you guys see him, you'll know it. And it will keep getting recommended to you. But he legitimately has a toilet seat over his head and he goes, here, piggy, 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 here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Like it's very, I don't know. It makes Chantal look normal, okay? Her place is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Well, do you not have dish soap? Am I doing it all wrong? If you use a pot or a pan to cook with, I usually put dish soap and some water, and I let it sit. That's what I do. There's no thing sitting around for 3 weeks out there. Can you let me know? How do you dispose of things? Do you do it right away or do you let it linger for a while?
I mean, it was good, but that was 3 weeks ago.
He probably does make good money. It's so bizarre. And then you can't look away. I'm telling you. Just one day, go through all the lives, okay? And it'll be recommended to you. And then it will keep being recommended to you. And you'll be annoyed, horrified, disgusted, but like you won't be able to leave it. It's so weird. What? She freezes it. Excuse me. I'm gonna hit my vape. It's a pig pie.
It doesn't, I don't think it's rotten. There's no mold, but I wouldn't eat it.
You're foul. Do we need to see the rest of it? She puts it in the freezer. Friendly reminder. She also pooped once in a trash can in her other apartment, and she didn't want to throw it out, so she stuck it in the freezer. It's an ongoing trend. I mean, I have popsicles and TV dinners in my freezer. Don't store any poo there. Valerie said she's an insult to humanity, vile, useless, no shame. Raised Octillion said, I have questions. Here's the thing. What I will say, while there's certain people out there who assume that I have bad opinions on all Muslims, like they always look clean. The women, do they not? I mean, I don't pay attention to the men too much. I feel like I'm paying more attention to people and women now that we've been watching Foodie Beauty, but like the women always look so nicely put together. Like even if they think they're dressed down, the way they wear their hijab, abaya, like it took time, it took effort. Their face always looks clean, their hands always look clean. The outfit, no food crumbs, no wrinkles for the most part. I mean, my neighbor across the street, she looks good to water her roses. Do you know how I water my plants? In 2 mismatched socks, sweats, and a baggy t-shirt. That's how I water things. Anyways, my thing is, if Foodie's supposed to be a Muslim or she's cosplaying being whatever, like, I would be insulted. I would be insulted if I was part of that religion and this was who was representing me. By the way, to the person who made that tweet, I saw it. Here's the thing. If anybody has a question, it seems like in this space about Islam, it's like we were supposed to know. And, if we don't, then clearly we're this or that. Like nobody takes the time to say, no, this is wrong. And I could show you why. People are just so quick to scream Islamophobia, but like nobody's doing anything to correct misinformation. I just want to point that out. The person will know who I'm talking to. Carly said, so Amber threatened to break NDA last night and then said, read between the lines. Oh, by the way, and until very recently, she was the only example we had in Gorl World. Now we have people like Falafel Reacts, who has a husband and a happy marriage, right? Who does something with her life. We have other people, okay? I don't know. She's at the top of my head. But like for the longest time, this is what we got. And then if you said anything, you must hate a whole group of people. So if you are a Muslima, I would love for you to show us why we're wrong about anything. And like if you don't like the representation, be better than that. How are we supposed to learn if we're shut down and labeled things for asking questions? Carly said, so Amber threatened to break NDA last night and then said, read between the lines. When asked about how lolcow can be fat phobic, but if Milky is or anyone else, it's a problem. I took that as Keem is paying handsomely for there to be no holds barred on fat shaming Amber for profit. Girl World put the pieces together in the beginning. True. Here's the thing. I'm sick of being called fat phobic because we call people fat who call us fat, okay? I'm not saying it's right. 2 wrongs definitely don't make a right, nor should they. But it's like, why am I supposed to feel bad for having an opinion on, let's say, Foodie's weight? Foodie, who is much, much larger than me, right? Like, I don't know, at my lowest, I was 103 pounds. I'm like around 147, 148 right now. Like, I'm nowhere the size of Foodie. Yet there was a point in time where every day she would call me fat and ugly and talk about my chin and my nose and my child and my mama or whatever else. But like, if you dare say she's fat back, Anyways, do I think it's nice to go around telling people, oh, you should lose 10 pounds? No, like we all struggle with things. We all have things we're insecure about. There's somebody right now who's 4 pounds over their normal weight and thinks that they're the biggest cow in the world, right? I've been there. I've been there where you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, I could see that 5 pounds. Oh my God, I could see that 8 pounds. And you beat yourself up. I've been there where I looked at my side profile and I was like, oh, I really do have a John Lennon nose. Anyways, we all have things we're insecure about. I don't feel good. I'll speak for myself personally when I talk about Chantal's hair. Like, I always feel bad because I know what it's like to struggle with it. But then I remember how much she's made fun of me and maybe she needs to hear it. I know the things that people made fun of me for, like, yo mama used to call me a fat bitch. So I made sure he couldn't call me that anymore. I started working out. I started walking. Like, he would talk about how we talked about the reaction channels. But think of somebody who's not even Chantal's size being called a fat bitch. Like, in my head, I was 6 of Chantal, right? Anyways, I guess I'm saying all this to say nobody should go around just calling anybody fat. But if you call me ugly, you're right. I'm going to point out your flaws, okay? You talk about my chin, I'm going to mention how you have 9 of them. You talk about my weight, I'm going to mention how you are much, much bigger than me. And I think that's how a lot of people feel. Like, it's not like these women are kind to other people. So why do we owe them kindness they don't show others? And that's a trend too. I feel like that's the theme of the day. There's a whole lot of people who expect kindness and respect, and they don't give it. Do you notice that? Anyways, Alex Ashok said, now, Rachel versus Amberlynn live would be so messy. I'd have to live react to that one.
I would love to talk to Rachel, that fucking Lord Farquaad, fucking cheating girlfriend, bitch, motherfucking lying ass bitch, scamming bitch. Bring it on. I would love to talk to Rachel, that fucking Lord Farquaad, fucking cheating girlfriend, bitch, motherfucking lying ass bitch, scamming bitch. Bring it on.
Why I enjoyed that so much. I don't like this woman, but that was kind of fun. Can I play it one more time? I'm going to be obnoxious.
I would love to talk to Rachel, that fucking Lord Farquaad, fucking cheating girlfriend, bitch, motherfucking lying ass bitch, scamming bitch. Bring it on.
Bring it on. Where did this new personality come from? Now she's a gangster. She ran a whole block in prison. People were giving her their ramen and their chips. Like, what? Sorry. I don't like who Amber is even on this show. It's even worse on this show, right? Even more on this show. This fake drunk. Hold on. Your comment went up before I could even. Oh, fuck my life. Hold on. I'll just go to my phone. Okay. I don't like who Amber is even more on this show. This is fake drunk Amber, and I'm not a fan. This show is garbage. It really is. If anything, every time I see the clips, I'm like, this is why I have so much more free time and shit is getting done. Like, I am productive as fuck, not tuning into these stupid lol cow shows. Thank you, Keemstar, for ruining everything. By the way, why are you weird with women? Why, if you look at the women you fucked with, like Becky, where is she? After you made her shave her head, what happened to her? I saw her break in real time while you were breaking in the super chats for that. Like, making so much money off of her demise. Like, do you ever wonder if Keemstar is eventually going to get sued by a whole lot of people one day? If you think, or Lynx. I don't think she'll mind me saying anything. I didn't before because I don't know. I didn't want to make anything worse, but like, look at what's going on with her. If you don't know, be grateful because it's bad. And it's because, I mean, I'm not saying it's because of Keem, but he's playing a part in her demise. I think she weighs less than 60 some odd pounds right now, like hospitalized. Keem painted her out to be a certain type of person, but like he had a whole fiance and was manipulating her and taking advantage of her. Do you guys know she has fetal alcohol syndrome? And Keem ruined everything. Like, his people, he got them to report her, got her disability taken away. She's been hospitalized multiple times. Like, I don't know. He's doing actual damage to people's lives. So anyways, even when I get curious, it's just like not fun to watch anymore, right? Like, I don't know. It's just not fun. At one point, I would hate watch. Now it's like, I feel guilty. I feel guilty. Anyway, sorry. Didn't Keem sleep with Lynx? Not physically. Like, he had her sending videos and stuff like that. I mean, it's all come out while he had his fiance sleeping in the house. He got people to go after her. I mean, it's been a whole thing, and he can deny it, but I saw it happen with my own eyes. I did. I'm not saying I'm like the greatest friend with Lynx. We chatted. There was one point, it's actually weird. Like, when she was working for him, she wanted me to come up on the show. One of them, I think it was Queens or something. And she had asked me multiple times, and she was going to give me an outlet to say what happened with Isaac Guest because I told her. And then something just told me not to do it. I don't know. It was just like, just take the L, like, even though this guy like really did you dirty, and he still is, even after he was texting me after all this stuff, he was still trying to flirt with me. I had to keep blocking all his numbers. Just something in my gut was like, just whatever, like all this bad stuff happened, but like you going up there is opening up you up to it happening worse and more. And like, I just didn't. And I ended up just staying talking to her here and there. And we would check in on each other every so often. And I saw everything, I'm telling you, with my own eyes, like what he was doing, the firing, then manipulating her to come back and talk to him. She would want to be done talking to him. Then he would inch his way in more. Becky, I promised her I would never ever share, and I won't share anything that I know, but like also I saw that with my own eyes. I saw the change in her, and the change happened at Fat Camp when they made her shave her head. Like, I don't know how much you guys know about all this stuff, but like Becky clearly has stuff going on, right? Like it came out what her house looked like. I'm not going to shame her for it. Like, you have to be going through something really bad to get to that level, right? You have to be going through something really fucking bad. Like, I mean, her cats that I knew she adored, she loved her cats. Like, they were getting matted, like big balls on them. You could see when the cats would walk by on streams. And I saw her like start out confident, and she loved herself, and she loved her body, and she loved being bigger. And then it was like the day he made her shave her head, the only confidence that she had in herself, it was gone. And she just looked like this weak little girl to me. I don't know. It made me view her differently. I just saw a woman being broken and everybody laughing at her. And you know who made a bunch of money? Keemstar. Where is Becky? Look on her community post. The last time she posted was over 2 months ago, and she said she'd be coming back soon. It's not like her to just be radio silent. So I just want to point that out there. But I think these people, like, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? Amber, she thinks Keemstar is amazing. She admittedly has sex dreams about him. I see him as somebody who preys on vulnerable women. Just saying. Shaving your head when you don't want to shave your head is awful. Why not for women? Like, think of the things, I don't know, like, when a woman has a hysterectomy, like how they feel a part of their womanhood is gone. When people have mastectomies, like they feel like they lost something, right? Because there's certain things that we're told that make us women, right? Like our breasts or whatever else. Like we're told that's what makes us a woman. Being able to have a child, that makes, anyways. Hair. Like for me, I've always felt like less than a woman. I didn't feel as sexy or as attractive because I don't have long, thick hair down to my ass. Like I don't wake up in the morning with these beautiful locks, and I can't just go about my day putting my hair in a bun or what. Like, I don't know. My hair isn't like a typical woman's hair. Anyways, and I've struggled with it like my whole life. So there's certain things that mean something to us. Like if somebody made me shave what little hair I had so they could become richer, and laugh at me and humiliate me. And while I know she knew what she was getting into, I don't think she thought it was going to hit her as hard. Right? Like that crying, that breakdown, that was real. That was not scripted. That was not drama. Anyways, if you look into it, she posted on her channel and on Twitter without naming him, but that's why she was like, I'm going to put out there that she had an OF before he tries making lies. Like she sent him nudes. Eric, thank you. I know you know about this stuff too. So I'm glad that you can fill in the blanks and let people know. It is crazy. Anyways, this all goes back to, this is what my PSA is of the day. Like, I don't know. I feel like we think because people have money or they do this or they do that, like they must be good people. They're not. A lot of people on YouTube only look out for themselves. I will say that. Amberlynn, Keemstar, Chantal, right? It's sad. Like Keemstar isn't going to be upset if something horrible happens to Becky or Lynx or Glammy even like that. Oh my God, I can't even talk about. Do you guys watch the Glammy shit? they gaslight her into believing every day she's XYZ. Like one day I got curious, right? And like I saw them trying to convince her that she's a racist. And like she starts out strong, like, no, I'm definitely not. And by the end, she's like, okay. And she has a plunger on her head, and like the literal soul is sucked from her body. Like that woman's hanging on by a thread. And for Keem to keep hiring her to fire her and to gaslight her and let people bully her into believing she's XYZ, like that woman is one mental breakdown away from something horrible happening, like a decision she can't take back happening. I don't know. Anyways, she self-gaslit, lots of gaslighting. It was crazy. Like, again, there's certain things where I can watch her like start out strong. No, I'm not this. And then by then she's like, okay, if you say I am. Like there was a time your mama kept pressing her. If you saw the stream, you saw the stream. And he's like, you're racist and you're friends with Boogie, so you are racist. And da-da-da-da-da. And she starts out being confident and, you know, having comebacks, something to say. And by the end, she was just broke. And like, okay. And she even said a few times, I can't handle this. Like, I can't handle this anymore. And he didn't stop. And he's not the only one who does that. Like, I know, I don't think Boogie's really awful to her. There's somebody else who's awful to her though, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Amber is, dare I say, worse than Foodie. I think so too, in personality departments. What's weird is like when I'm in the mood, I can watch Foodie stuff for a while, right? Like I could snipe her for a while when I'm in the mood, like talk about this stuff for a while. But Amber, it's like 6 minutes and I'm done in general. And it wasn't just the song before that was doing that, just her whole Foodie cosplays religions, and Amberlynn is cosplaying like, I don't know, races. Is awful. Like this isn't her personality. She talks like a valley girl, right? She does. And now says, catch me outside, how about that? Anyways, Tat Bombi posted this and I just need us to see it. Oh no. You know, when I find something entertaining, boy, do I find it entertaining. I can't stand those little LCU jingles, but I could play this on repeat like 5 times. Hi, Fumos Duo. People like Keem, Amber, Foodie, FFG, and so on only care about themselves. They have no empathy or sympathy or anything redeeming about them. I agree 100%. Hi, redheaded stepchild, by the way. Dane said, I was going to say keep Celine Dion. Fat Kid Cool said, not to be dramatic, but I've seen mannequins with more knee flexibility than Foodie Beauty. Same. I swear she always walks like she's got a full diaper. But we know she's not wearing one here. I guess she's holding whatever in. Anyways, Julie said, that's not true, static cracker, quoting Chantal. You don't know what my life is. What they say. Chantal has 24/7 to herself with no obligations to anyone else, but has no time. Julie said, yeah, we do. Your days are usually switching between ceiling, eating, toilet, bed, and repeat every day. Oh, also, Issa P, get out of Chantal's fupa. What did Issa P say? Well, I can't see. Oh, no, I can. The green looks fab on you. If you say so. I don't think anything looks good on her anymore. Enigma said, here's another similar video. Foodie did something similar and claimed to order 3 cat trees. And Amazon messed up her order and wants to call and complain. Where are the other 2 cat trees?
Why did they send me 3 of these?
I'm so sorry. Like I sometimes get frustrated at like small fiddly things, but not nearly to the level that Chantal gets frustrated with like a 3-step instruction on putting a fan together. Like Chantal just doesn't have the temperament for fine work. She's not going to do well.
3. Like they did with the scale. They sent me 2. I need to call them and freak out.
Are you ordering 2 or 3 items, or are they just sending you extras?
I never get double shit anywhere. The only thing that occasionally happens for me, I'm not buying it, by the way. I'm not buying her story, but the only thing that occasionally happens to me is like a package will be running late and then they're not sure if it's going to come or not. So anyways, they end up sending another one, and then sometimes you end up with two, right? But for the most part, I don't order something off Amazon and Walmart, like Good Molecules or whatever, and get like 5 or 6 of them. How does it only happen to the girls? Like Amberlynn can order an apple and she gets a whole ass cake.
They sent me 3 cat trees. They sent
Girl, I think you're doing Amazon wrong. What do you mean 3 cat trees?
me 3 of these at $3 each.
Wait, are you buying 3 or are you... What? I have never received additional or multiple items from Amazon. I know that it happens, but like... I think she's just adding too many things to her cart. She's ordering.
Probably.
Scanning these.
Maybe she's getting inebriated and forgetting that things are already added in the cart. What? There's like 3 times I ordered off of, is it Shein? I always am unsure how to say the name. But like I would see something, it would get recommended to me and I would add it to the cart, and then it would get recommended to me again, and then I would forget and not want to check the cart. So then I'd put it in, and then when I would go to check out, there would be like a quantity of 4 of these shirts. And like, it's a good thing that I checked because, you know, I don't know. I don't live like Chantal. Like, you know, I can't just spend all the money in my account and just hope that money finds me tomorrow. Like in my case, it doesn't ever find me.
What happened to the other 2 cat trees? How did you take them back? Did you have to drop
This
them
is like
at
my
the
favorite
post
hijab.
office?
It's so comfortable. Like, but the thing is, it's from Wild Chick, and they're like,
Yes, prove it. Show us the order history.
$30, maybe $25 for a hijab.
It's whatever you're doing. I don't know. Like you say you stop the THC. Okay, sure. I guess if you say so. But like there's other things that you're doing. I don't know if you're taking too many pills that you still have from Syria and Kuwait. I have no idea. But like you are not somebody that's a sober person. A sober person doesn't live in a pigsty. A sober person doesn't throw their trash on the floor. A sober person doesn't use their clothes to pick the boogers out of their nose. You know what I mean? Like in sobriety, not that she's ever experienced that, but like you learn that you should make your bed every day. Like they encourage you, right? Like to become a normal, productive member of society. Like they want you to go back to school or have a job. You should shower every day. You should make your bed every day. Like you should clean your home or something every day, right? Nobody does a deep clean every day, but you should wash your walls occasionally. People don't think of that. Anyway, Chantal lives worse than I did in addiction. And mind you, sometimes I was in an alley, okay? Just saying. Seriously, though, what you will learn, I have this perspective. I know people think like I'm clueless about the world, but I've experienced a lot of sides of it, right? Like there was one point where I chose to be homeless, and then it became to a point where nobody trusted me in a home. Nobody was helping me out. There was not going to be a roof over my head. So it was either get help or continue on the streets, right? Anyways, I was one of those people. I didn't want to follow rules. I thought I had done my dues. I had paid my dues. I had done my time. I was over it. I was over my check saying a certain amount and seeing where the rest of it went. A huge chunk would be missing. I was tired of society. I was tired of judgy people. You know, I considered living in a shed at one point. I thought about taking a tent up into the mountains and like having my own little community where I made the rules. Anyway, I have a different perspective because there's truly people who like go through hard times and don't want to be homeless. And then there's people who just don't want to live by the rules of society. And I was one of those people. I was. Anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, but what I will say is like there's people that I experienced. I'm not saying any of this is a good thing. Like when you use and you drink it, you know, you find yourself sometimes going to somebody's tent to pick up stuff. But like people took good care of their areas for the most part. Now, people who have seen Skid Row will argue, but for the most part, like, I don't know. There's people who are homeless, but they don't want to be disgusting either, right? Like, they're still a person. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is making sense. Sometimes I just remember things and I talk and yeah. Anyways, customer service 101 said, look, I don't like you at all, foodie. And my reasons are valid. From a medical perspective, I know it would be hard for you, but a sound inpatient program of about 6 months, no internet, with a lot of therapy for you and your family. If not, 2 years is about it. Look at what her blood sugar. Oh, wait, I was looking at the different thing. But yeah, look at this is what her blood sugar is. 15.8. Shugal said she needs that. I say it all the time. Like, I think she needs 6 months to a year. It's hard to break habits, and like 3 days or a week is not long enough because you're oftentimes still detoxing from things, right? So like your body is still craving more of it. And if people let you out too soon, or you get let out too soon, or you leave too soon, you're going to go back because you know that little bit of alcohol or whatever is going to take all the pain away. I needed to be places for a long time. Like, I remember I was in sober living one time over a year, but I needed that. I needed somebody to set rules for me because I was so used to not following them. I needed to have a curfew. I needed to tell somebody where I was going to be at all hours of the day. Anyways, like, there's people who need that stuff. I was so used to doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. I needed structure again, and that's what foodie needs. And the internet is fast cash, and that's horrible for an addict. It is so horrible for an addict to have any access to money and fast money. Like, she needs the internet taken away. I remember in rehab, like, our phones were taken away, no internet. You were allowed to use the pay phone like on the weekends, you know, and it's all for a reason. Like, the internet and phones, it's temptation, right? How easy is it for you to contact whoever to get shit from? How easy is it for you to order food or order something or whatever? Like, it's too much temptation. She would leave too soon. Yeah. I mean, it's hard at first. It really is. Like, rehab is probably one of the hardest experiences I had. I don't know. I know that sounds stupid, but like, there's a whole process that takes place. Like, if you stay long enough, you have to face your part in things. You have to look at like all the bad parts. I remember family nights. Like, they had this night in one of them where your family got to say like all the things that you had done to them. I don't know. And that was really hard for me, right? Because there was nothing that I could do to take that guilt and shame away. Before, when I didn't want to think too much and I didn't want to feel, I would just run to the nearest 7-Eleven, you know? But if you stay long enough, like, you make friends who also want to change their life, and then you have a whole different support group. And you look forward to every day sober because you forgot that there was birds in the sky. You forgot that the sky was blue. You forgot how pretty the butterflies are, you know? Anyways, there's a whole experience that takes place, and it's hard because you're so used to having substances in your body. And like, even if you go through detox, like, you're still new to everything, and you just think how easy it would be to fix the problem. But a lot of us need rehab. I know for me, it's hard to do things on your own. It is. It is. And especially if you have a mind like an addict, we can talk ourselves into things. We could talk ourselves out of things. It's just so easy when you're by yourself and, you know, all the thoughts are going through, oh, one drink isn't so bad. Oh, well, you've already had one. What's 6, you know? Well, you've already had alcohol. It's a little drugs too. Well, you might die in 3 days, so why not die faster, you know? Anyway, Shugal said, imagine having this smile on your face seeing a 15.8 glucose reading. Foodie would not acknowledge comments telling her carbs turn into sugar, and she has to limit carbs. But she also bought a juicer, which is not recommended for diabetics. Keep up the great work, cutie. Juicers are so hard to clean. I mean, they're not really. It's just a pain in the ass. I dread every time somebody in my house uses that blender or the juicer whatever. I think there's a variety. There's like 3 different ones. But I dread it because I know I'm the one who's going to have to take it apart and get every nook and cranny. And I'm going to have to rinse it well, put it and all that stuff, then put it back together. I hate it. But I do it. I do it. So imagine me having a resentment on a juicer, and I'm used to scooping up dog poop multiple times a day. You know, like I clean toilets, like I clean something every day. So if I have a resentment against doing it, imagine this lump on a log. I mean, she left soup in a pot for 3 weeks. I don't think she's going to use the juicer, okay? She's not. She's going to use it once, and then she's going to let the crud sit in it, and then it's going to be like cement, and then it's going to get thrown away. Enigma said, well, they posted this clip and said, I have to disagree. No one deserves their private life blasted on YouTube or social. Their personal business doesn't matter when, especially if they're not on YouTube themselves. Nader told her to stop, and she refused out of spite. She will do the same to Salah.
Like my personality always shine through, you know what I mean? So awful to do that. Because, you know, what you like your relationship, like with the swordfish, who cares? He deserved it because he's, you know, I already know, but yeah.
Okay, this is what I will say. Why do we have to respect Nader's privacy when he doesn't respect anybody else's? I'm not a foodie fan, but like the guy sharing revenge corn on her, he was sitting with Dee Dee stream sniping her. Like, why does she have to keep her mouth shut about him? I mean, if she was truly afraid, she probably would, right? But like, I don't know. It's one of those things too. Like, if he's going to talk shit, and they know they're going to end up fucking again on Friday, like, let her talk shit too. I guess I'm not upset about it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't feel any type of way other than if he's still uploading content on her and other things, which he is, why can't she talk about him? Tat Von B said, the more lives Buffalo does, the more her saggy badge is on display. Cover that shit up or log off. It's beyond offensive. You gross fuck. I mean, she wants people to gawk at it. Which again goes back to how modest is she really being? Like, what the fuck is the point in covering your bald ass head when you show off your fupa balls every day? Like, we know them by heart right now. We've even named them. Like, we haven't, but Farrah said this is an abomination and the food is sacrilege as well. I mean, if I was supposed to be getting healthier, I don't think I'd eat a whole tray of potatoes. Is that what that is? It looks like mashed potatoes to me. I think I would stick with some chia seed pudding with bananas or something, you know? Cottage cheese and fruit. A salad? Aaron tasted, what the fuck is she eating? That's ravioli? I thought it was mashed potatoes. I was wondering, you know, okay. We were talking about Italians, and then I was just quick because I wanted to post something, a little GIF or a meme or whatever the kids call it. Anyways, that's supposed to be ravioli. I mean, I know that's what they look like before you put, you know, sauce and everything. Why does it look like mashed potatoes? We're not calling that ravioli. I refuse. I'm not saying like I'm the Italian of all Italians, but like that looks like prison mashed potatoes. Kelly said, it looks like Foodie Beauty's diet is going great. She had Red Lobster for lunch too. And that's from Red Lobster? That's why it's going out of business. I don't like their ravioli. But to be fair, whenever I've gone to Red Lobster, I just eat a whole lot of those Cheddar Bay biscuits. And then I used to get the appetizer, like the shrimp scampi. For whatever reason, that tasted really good to me, and that was my meal.
Looks like a small portion. Oh, looks like a TV dinner portion. I'm going to add the rest of this marinara.
Marinara?
And the Alfredo sauce.
Marinara? Okay, well.
And cheese.
I am so horrified by this. Her chins are wobbling at us. How much cheese do you have? Where is she getting all the cheese from? I know she ends up finding one in her couch, but it's like she's whipping them out of everywhere.
Now
Lifts up a boob, there's more cheese. Ew. How does that ravioli look like cabbage and mashed potatoes at the same time? I don't know.
Looks like a small
No.
portion.
I refuse to ever watch her eat ravioli again. See, I am a big ravioli fan. How about you out there? I like spinach ravioli with marinara sauce, not marinara. It's not like the fanciest way in the world to eat it, but like it never looks like mashed potatoes. Kelly said, looks like food. Oh, wait, did I read that? Anyways, all right. Well, I don't think anybody needs to go to Red Lobster anytime soon. If you miss the biscuits, I know they sell the boxes at like Sam's, Costco, where else? Probably Walmart too. I feel like you can get it anywhere. Make it at home. You'll save yourself some money. How can she be this wide? I don't know, but she is. Short Arm McGee. I feel like somebody needs to write a country song called Short Arm McGee. Fully loaded diaper. Oh, wait. It might be the pink ones because now I see a shade of pink. But how do they have, I don't think they have it in her size. There was one point in time where she was talking about wearing diapers. And for some odd reason, I think we looked up the sizes and they went up to what, like 3X? Maybe, you know, the dog pee pads? Maybe that's what she has to do. No, but then they wouldn't be pink. Well, maybe if you pay extra. I don't know. I don't need fancy pee pads in my life. I'll just take the basic bitch ones. Anyways, remember how Foodie was standing in her shower and she was trying to convince us that she showers, but there was no water spots on the glass? Like, no sign that that shower had ever been used. I mean, even if you have the cleanest shower in the world, you can usually tell when somebody uses it, right? Like, no, she does not use that. Debbie said there's no way that she's taking showers since November. Her glass shower doors clear, shiny, no water spots anywhere. She doesn't even have a squeegee, so how is that happening? She's not taking any showers and she's not washing her face. Yeah, speaking from somebody who has to squeegee every time I shower, it's a pain in the ass, but it's necessary because you start getting, hard water stains and all that. Like, it leaves a thing. And even the squeegee will still leave streaks. So you can always tell, like, the shower has been used. Hers doesn't have that. More of her balls. Cowboy Dog said, "You think I'd marry a guy without seeing his dick first?" Quoting Chantal. Yeah, right. Hold on. So you couldn't kiss your supposed husband because you said PDA is frowned upon, but he could send you dick pics before you were married? Am I getting that right? Oh, it looks so uncomfortable. Like, I don't enjoy wedgies as it is. Imagine having to worry about the front and the back. I have enough things to worry about. Acadia said, remember how she made fun of men with small appendages? Because she's such a prize. She makes fun of them because they can't reach her. That's it. That's all. And Eric, you're right, because she has a full diaper. Hi, Tone. I'm lucky that I don't have glass for my shower, but I use dish soap and vinegar to clean my shower. I'm going to try the vinegar. I'm going to try that. Enigma said she's going to put the scooter in Pete's room. When did Pete's when did Pete's or will he be moving there? I don't know. I can't keep up. It changes by the day. She apparently calls it Pete's room. I don't care. There's more important clips to get to. Okay. Enigma said Chantal said she knew why she's divorced. So today they're divorced, but tomorrow Salah is getting a husband? Huh?
I think I know why I divorced. I said this when I was in Thailand to Salah.
That's why he didn't meet you there.
Oops. Sorry, BG.
You just farted in your cat's face. I'm going to report you for animal abuse. I'm serious. That you are so wrong. It's like a bomb going off. Okay, but are you online pretending to be a modest Muslim? I clearly have had sex before marriage. Okay, like I'm not talking about anybody else, but this woman who has to be so modest, and we're supposed to believe she's taking her faith seriously. Like she can't kiss her husband because that's frowned upon, but she could send dick pics back and forth. Well, to be fair, she sent ball pics, I guess. Do you think Salah liked being teabagged by her? I wish I didn't have this brain. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Tone said, Foodie, you are disgusting, repugnant, manipulative, dishonest, cheating, drug abusing, serial cat abandoning, narcissistic, unintelligent, ugly twat whose only joy in life is to consume food and attention from people who are just as awful as you. You are a gaping, shit-smeared asshole. Well, that about sums it up. I mean, what more needs to be said? Amen. Hallelujah. Preach. Carrie said, Steph K said, okay, hold on. I need to see the original post. Oh, Kristen said, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but also I don't really care. So I guess Foodie made a community post with her presence. This is embarrassing. Are you embarrassed for her too? Like, imagine your family gifting you an old picture of yourself to remember what you used to look like and what you made your life become. Like, I don't know. This is sad. She holds up her one little gift bag. Okay. Carrie said, Mommy Shmee trying to pacify her half-ton toddler to keep her from asking to move home in a couple weeks. Apparently. Allegedly. Foodie, you're such a loser. You're like the female Al Bundy who has zero accomplishments in life, but what she did once in high school. Okay, he had a hot wife, though. He did. Foodie doesn't have a hot husband. Terry Berry made this. It's accurate. That's pretty much what her kitchen looks like. But that stain right there, that's not barbecue sauce. That's not barbecue sauce. This was Foodie eating like a caveman in the mall. Oh my gosh. Look how she gets the food off of her. That kid cool said Foodie redefines disgusting and classless. Simultaneously, it's true. Always Trying said, I'm a big back, but I've never eaten an onion ring like this or cleaned my shirt that way. She's a literal unsupervised toddler. Now we know why her floor is so disgusting. Instead of just getting the crumbs off of you and putting them on a napkin so you could throw them away with your trash or whatever at dinner, like she just flings it off of her shirt. And BG's probably eating all her fast food crumbs, which is not good. Cats can't digest it and process it like we can. Nothing kills a restaurant vibe faster than Foodie casually mining in her own nostrils at the table. Absolutely revolting. She's never not picking her nose. Or farting. And she wonders why Salah doesn't want her. Well, he likes the farting. Bro, Foodie, literally knock it off or don't, whatever. Don't be mad when we say, I told you so. she's only going to get bigger. I don't know. I hate to break it to people. Like, there's never going to be a revenge body. There's never going to be a six pack. She's never going to change. If she was able to change, she would have been successful at it by now. And that's coming from someone. It took me a million chances to, or it took me a million tries to change. But like, I don't know. I never stopped trying, I guess. She's too lazy to even try. And she has a bunch of people cushioning her fall. So there's that. Anyways, she's only going to get bigger with more health problems, and it's going to get bad for her. And she has nobody around. Like, no husband to take care of her, no friends. Her family doesn't seem to want to bother with her, you know? Raised Dactylian said Chantal got a nice big parcel of stuff she can't afford, but still no garbage can. She said she's not going to get one because she takes the garbage out every day. Her mom and aunt cleaned that place up. Or Natter did when he came over for sex and food and money. I don't know, but she didn't clean it up. She needs a trash can. You do not take the garbage out every day. You have trash on your floor, all over your floor. That doesn't happen with just 3 hours of not going to the trash can. That's like a week's worth of crap. I don't even believe you leave your apartment every day, Chantal. Raised Dactylian said her aunt came over and Chantal's apartment is suddenly clean. Probably didn't even thank her. Probably not. Would you be embarrassed? Like, I know it's a very mother and auntie thing to do, to come over and like help with things, but would you be embarrassed if like you hadn't seen them in a minute and they came in and your house was a literal pigsty and it looked like a tornado had gone through there? Like, would you be like, oh my God? I would be. I don't know. I feel like I've put my mom through enough. I don't need to make her clean up after me. I put my sister through enough. I don't need to have her come over and do my dishes, right? Like, oh, I was watching Edna. I'm very new to watching Edna, but it's very laid back. I know Lindsay from our chat likes this channel too. So anyways, it's not like a whole lot of mean girl catty stuff. It's just like chill, watch Chantal, laugh about what she's doing. So let me see. I'm trying to get the at. I want to give it to you guys. Well, search Edna B. Well, hold on, I could do it. Oh, fuck, it's going to kick me out of Twitter, but that's okay. I know where I was. Let's see. There we go. It's Edna B. Lurking. All right, let me see. I'm scared to click anything because, oh, hold on. I kind of knew that was going to happen, so thank God we were up towards the top. Thank God. La, 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 la. All right, let me go back. I think we were around, oh, Edna. Duh. Edna. Wait. You know, I was going to do a backyard stream, but this stream might just be really long. Like, I thought I was somewhere done, and I'm not. I'm not even close to being done if I'm at the right place. So if we don't do a backyard stream today, because we're going to be here for another half hour to an hour, 45 minutes, I don't know. Just know we'll do one tomorrow, okay? All right, let me share my screen. And can you guys see it? I'm hoping. She's past the point. She's at the point of no return now. Yeah, I think she's done definitely irreversible damage. While the body's amazing and certain organs can regenerate, rejuvenate, heal themselves, with you taking care of your body, like, she's not doing any of those things, right? I feel like her heart is a ticking time bomb. And I would feel bad saying that about anybody else, but I don't know. Hold on. Where am Good Lord, I don't go live for one. Well, technically, I didn't cover this stuff for 2 days. That's why there's so much stuff. We still have to get into her. Actually, I'm not going into her talking about American politics. I'm done. Like, she's clearly misinformed, and I don't even think she knows what's going on in her own country, so I'm not going to pay attention to what she has to say about ours, okay? In this moment, I'm picking my battles. She's a fucking idiot. There's no helping her. That's it. That's all. Okay, so she admits she hasn't changed. Where was that? Oh my gosh. Okay, here it is. It made me mad too. It made me mad too. I think no matter what side you are on, nobody likes seeing what's happening, right? Like, it's not like we're all rooting for people being unalived and destruction. And I mean, I don't want to see anybody lose their lives. I don't. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, I feel very strongly about what I feel about, but I also know there's innocent people that get caught up in this shit, right? And I hate to say it, but I also think, like, if people just stayed home, like, there's a difference between protesting and rioting, right? But I also think people need more training. So anyways, I have all these thoughts, but I live in the United States of America. So there's that, you know? I'm not going around giving my thoughts on what's happening in Canada. I said how I felt about the ostriches, and then you haven't heard about it since. Anyways, wrong answer is only, what is the name of this fighting style? Alex said, I think Chantal watched this. I think so. You know, I can't even hate on this because, like, imagine you were going to get into a fight and somebody was like hopping and leaping around like this and catching all this air. Like, would you want to punch them any longer? Like, I would just laugh and be like, dude, let's call it a day. Anyways, I think Chantal's watching this person. This is Chantal and her mashed potato ravioli. Yep, said, why would a mother take their daughter out to eat knowing she has a 30-year-long problem? Why not just visit? Why involve food? If her mom is her mom in denial or enabling? I mean, it's like if my mom gifted me a case of beer for Christmas, right? Like, I would just assume she would want me dead. Like, I don't know. When your kid or family member is struggling, you don't give them what's killing them, right? Like, I don't know. Her family doesn't make sense to me. They just don't. But again, who knows how bad she makes their life? Like, I, at certain points, wasn't living with family, and I was still making their life hell until I got what I got. If you've ever lived the life, you know what I'm talking about, like calling and being annoying and blowing up the phone. And I basically knew at the beginning how annoying to be until people gave in. And then they're like, look, this is killing you. Like, I don't care what you need. Like, your option is rehab, ER, or I mean, that's it. That's all. Anyways, I remember how I made other people feel around me and how I made their lives around me, because when we want something, we want what we want and we want it now. I don't care if you're having an emergency. I don't care if you have the flu. I don't care if you are down to your last 20, whatever. Like, I need it more, right? That's how you are in addiction. You're very selfish. Her mom's probably done, but I still don't think she should be giving her kid food. I mean, I don't know. And I'm sick of the, well, she has to eat. You could have brought a salad, Kim, with a little bit of dressing on the side. That's what you could have done. Carrots and ranch dressing, or carrots and peanut butter. I don't know. Ravioli with all this cheese. All this cheese. Debbie's World said, can you imagine? Oh, here's another thing, though. Remember when Chantal would manipulate Salah and be like, oh, well, yes, this meal is for a family of 8, but there's carrots and broccoli, and it's much healthier than if I got McDonald's, right? So what if she's telling her mom, like, oh, well, this is much healthier if I get this compared to what I would usually eat? I remember manipulating too. Like, when my family was Like maybe we could get her NA alcohol and that'll be the, you know, that'll get her to stop drinking the harder stuff. And then I knew, oh, I need more of it because it's keeping me from getting drunk. You know what I mean? We know how to manipulate. We just do. So, well, I don't get her family. It's not her mom's fault that Chantal's making these choices, right? Like her mom probably didn't want her daughter to be addicted to a million things. Her mom probably is fed up at this point and doesn't know how to help anymore. So I get that aspect of it too. Debbie's World said, can you imagine the conversation that the mother and her aunt had on the way home back to Cornwall? Imagine Phyllis drives and the mom cries. Probably. Genuinely, Chantal has a sister that's seemingly normal compared to her. So it's like, what happened here? If Chantal was my kid, I would cry every day. That's not me trying to be mean. Like when you have a child, you have all these hopes and dreams of what they're going to become. You want the world for them, right? And you want them to do better than you ever did. So imagine just trying to do right by your kid, and this is what she became. Anyways, apparently she wants to get evicted, Carmen said.
If I get evicted, I'll just move to a cheaper place. Okay, you're doing me a favor. I'm stuck here. If I get evicted, I'll just move to a cheaper place. Okay, you're doing me a favor. I'm stuck here. If I get
It's hard to ever feel bad for this woman. Yeah, but said that's the plan. She's not paying rent. I've been saying this. 20G Girl said, what the ends though? Or what ends? Does she think Scatbot will have to take her back? Is he even paying attention to her anymore? No one will co-sign. No one wants to house her. She's so stupid. Karen said no one else would take you. I think Chantal's going to have to be homeless, honestly. Sometimes we have to go through things in order to appreciate things. It's true. I had to lose it all to be grateful. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. Like, I had to lose it all. I had to have my ego destroyed. I had to humble myself. I had to know what it was like to work for even a pair of jeans, right? Or to even have more than 3 shirts to wear. Like, I don't know. I remember at one point when I was still getting stuff back in addiction and I felt so bad, right? Like people were getting all these iPhones and AirPods and laptops and not Chromebooks, but whatever, all the Apple stuff. And like, I didn't have these things, right? And like, I just knew, not that material things matter, but I just knew one day if I had these things, I was going to be so fucking grateful, right? Anyways, I'm saying all this to say sometimes when things are just handed to you and people are constantly cushioning your fall, you have to lose it all. You just do. You do. There's a lot of the old me that I hated in myself that I see in Chantal. And it bothers me so much, like the selfishness of addiction, the entitlement of addiction. I don't know, the chip on your shoulder, wanting everything to be handed to you. You don't care that so-and-so just went to work for 50 hours that week. Like you were on the couch and that was stressful. So you want money. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't even like the city I grew up in. Well, I liked it. But then when I became older, I wanted to escape it. I had to know what it was like to sleep in the alleys places and be cold and outside and not have a pillow to be grateful for a roof over my head again, you know? Anyways, I think she's truly going to have to lose it all, be in a tent or a box. I don't know, a bag, who knows? That's probably exactly it, Naughty. I feel like the family just wanted to have something to eat and didn't want to eat at her house. That makes sense too. Kim is her biggest enabler. And sometimes enablers don't realize they're enabling, right? Like they love their family member. They're just trying to help. I don't know. And I think too, as a parent, like her mom doesn't want to see her daughter be homeless. Like who wants that for their kid? But like she may have to experience that. Yup said, no wonder why you don't want to see the doctor, Foodie. Showing this glucose level with pride is beyond medical intervention, but you're succeeding in speeding up the ending. So well done. She admits she hasn't changed. I think she likes people worrying about her. I think she likes having diabetes. I'm not trying to say anybody else out there likes it. Like I see my mom struggle, right? Like I see how when her sugar drops, it affects her. I see her want to be able to have certain things. And she knows it's not good for her, right? Anyways, I see the injections, the medicine, all of that stuff. And I don't think she would, if she could reverse it or take it back, I think she would, right? Like, take this back, return to sender. But then there's Chantal, who collects disabilities and problems and illnesses like trophies. Like, oh, it's sciatica today. Oh, no, now high blood pressure. Oh, I might be having a stroke. Now it's a boil. Now it's I can't walk anymore. Now it's this. Now it's that, you know? Well, a lot of people with disabilities, like, I don't want to have a fucked up back. I don't take pride in it. I don't think it's a flex. I'm actually quite sad about it. Like, if I had blood sugar high, there would be no smirking and smiling and, look at me today, you know? Anyway, she admits she hasn't changed, which we know.
And some things, you know, I don't think I really changed a lot, to be honest. Like, my personality always shine through, you know what I mean? So, awful to do that.
Oh, yeah, it's shining through all right.
Because, you know, what you, like, your relationship, like, with the swordfish, who cares? He deserved it because he's, you know, we already know, but yeah.
Some days I think you guys deserve each other. Like, you do shit to each other, then cry about it, then talk about it, then hook up again. He gives you STDs. You get mad when it happens, but you go back to collect more. Like, these people are hopeless. I think maybe, you know, I don't like Salah, but maybe he's too good for Chantal. Maybe Natter is what she deserves. Debbie's World said, do your worst, quoting Foodie Beauty. And I'm just going to put this up here for a minute. I'm not encouraging anything, but you can report suspicious communication to report a scam at Amazon.com. Sending the suspicious communication as an attachment is the best way. You don't have to have an account, is basically what it's saying. You don't have to have an account to report if you're concerned about things going on Amazon. I think more people already have it covered, though. I wouldn't go out of my way. Follow for more truth. For God so loved the world. Thank you. Hold on, I'm going to like it. Amen. I'm trying to talk shit about Chantal right now, though. More of whoever this person is. Bro doing partial arts. I'm not mad at this. It looks like a fun time. Foodie could never. Foodie could never. Oh my gosh. Dave's World said, I'd laugh if Foodie Beauty's mom found that 3-week-old food in the freezer and thought it was another bag of shit that she put in there. I would dread going to her apartment. I wouldn't sit on anything. I wouldn't accept any food. I would not be hungry, nor would I be thirsty, nor would I have to use the restroom. I don't know. I would be in and out. No time to yap it up. You can text me how you're doing when I leave in 2 minutes. Eyelash said, hey, Foodie, why did you change out of the dead doggy shirt before going live? Kick chat too much for your fragile ego? I guess. Do you look at photos of yourself and feel sad, Chantal? I would. You looked like you had hope and a light in your eyes when you were young. You look like you had a whole future ahead of you and you could have become anything or become anything that you wanted to be. But you choose to sit on a couch and fart and eat for a few dollars. North Star said, Foodie put shit and rotten soup bags in her freezer, a blood sugar of 15 while on meds, and still eats like she won't see a meal again. Refuses to get a garbage bin, but no problem buying candies and lipsticks at 200 plus pounds overweight. She's just going to get worse. Well, we know that. When you have an addiction to one thing, like whether it be drugs, alcohol, food, sex, whatever, you oftentimes gain more addictions, right? I don't know, one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, which also leads to health problems. She's spending to get a rush off of the new items and having things to unwrap. Like every day is Christmas for her. But that high is short lived, right? So, anyways, it's just going to get worse. Whatever it is she's doing, it's going to get bad. And that's how addiction goes. You're promised jails, institutions, or death. Which one you think is going to happen to her? I know I did jails and institutions and I was half dead, okay? I was half dead. And some, I mean, I was pretty bad off, but I look at her life and I'm like, I mean, she makes me look like a saint. Oh my God, this cover will make you so happy. I don't know if anybody used to listen to Phoenix TX, but I used to love that band. Anyways, they do this cover of Get Out of My Dreams, and it's just such a fun time. So if you want to be in a good mood, search that song. This is Coco. I'm obsessed with her face. Like, she's a vibe, she's a mood. She was expressing what I was thinking, seeing everything go down on Twitter. She also is a new members emoji. I figured it's the perfect face for, like, you know, the eyes emoji when you want to be nosy and see what's going on. That's what she is. She needs to get groomed again. Her hair grows so fast. Let me tell you, she has a lot of hair and it curls and it's so cute. I love this dog. She's a pain in my patoot sometimes, but like I'm completely obsessed with her and I don't remember what life was like before her. She keeps me on my toes. She keeps me busy. She keeps me laughing. She definitely keeps me aggravated. Anyways, and she's a very good protector. I do have to say that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm just going to leave this here. Hold on.
You bonus cheese! Bonus cheese! Oh, sorry. Bonus cheese.
She was Tone. That's nasty.
Bonus cheese!
Were you
Bonus cheese! Oh, sorry.
Did you find that in your ass? Like, where did it come from?
Bonus cheese. Who? Anyway,
if you searched her couch cushions right now, what would you find? I know for a fact in mine because, well, I vacuum them regularly. There's always change, like 35 cents, sometimes a bunch of pennies. I don't know. It just depends, but there's change. It's always change. There is never cheese, sandwiches, pineapples. I mean, we've seen her pull a whole pineapple out of her couch before that she forgot was there. Nothing, I just cleaned mine. I feel like normal people do, but she could just pull out food items from there. Do you guys remember the rotting pineapple? Do you remember that? And she has the nerve to talk about anybody else. Nobody is pulling rotted pineapples from their couch or cheese from their fupas, okay? Anyway, she was talking about American politics. I purposely unretweeted things because, you know, there's just no need for me to get super spicy right now. Everybody's aware of how I feel and nobody needs to hear it again. But she was talking about American politics, saying we don't know what's happening in the world. But she does. She acts as if she's more knowledgeable in the Middle East conflicts and other comics abroad. Or I think it's supposed to be countries. Does she even know where Palestine is? She regurgitates what others say. I remember when she was in Syria, people had to tell her that there was bombings happening not far from her. She had no idea what was going on.
But I'm saying, like, America doesn't care. I'm not saying Americans don't care. I'm saying the media, at least, they never cover or support Palestine, not the major ones. You know, they
You cover it then.
I'm sure most Americans, the average American, doesn't even know what's going on in some of these countries. I didn't even know.
I'm aware of what's going on, and I don't want my country to become it.
Some either. The media here too, like, you know. I don't know. Pete's would throw a mayoral race. He's very liberal. I am upset. I'm upset for.
Do you know there's places where women get murdered for doing less than you do?
For the injustices and the people that are victims of this situation. That's what I'm upset about.
If you're upset about what's happening, why don't you tell people to stop interfering? The easiest way to not get injured is to not bring weapons places and disrupt. And I know people are going to disagree with me here, but like, I don't know. If I was worried about being unalived, you know what I would do? Sit my happy ass at home where it's safe inside. There would be no destroying hotels, biting off fingers. You know, I would just stay inside. That's what I would do. Fuck off, foodie. Like, do you even know what's going on? Do you? I can't stand this woman. And you don't even care what's going on in other places. Remember when you were going to boycott Starbucks and all these brands because of XYZ, and then you got Starbucks every day? Like, you don't fucking care. You don't care. Stop it telling people to show up. I heard that clip too. You were telling people to go and show up and to use their rights. If I cared about people, I would say, stay in. Don't show up. Don't do anything illegal. Don't attack anybody. How about we just stay at home with our weapons? You know? Anyway, she said she hates cops, and I'm assuming they hate her too.
Honestly, I hate to say it because there are some good cops. I hate cops. Like, for these reasons, ECP, it's so gross. A lot of them are cocky, arrogant, power hungry. Honestly,
I don't know. I think if people were trying to assault me with cars, I'd be a little angry too. I wouldn't just say, oh, have a nice day, I'll pray for you. I would probably call you a fucking cunt if you came at me with a car. But again, this is why I'm not a cop. This is why I'm not a cop. Anyways, Kelly said foodie. I support, by the way, our law enforcement, our agents, our military. I am very proud to be in the country where I'm from. Do I agree with everything? No. But I'm not trying to change who I am. You know, I'm an American and I'm proud. Foodie hates her own country. It's why she's always trying to run from it. It's why she talks about it so badly. She calls it trash and everything else. Like, what I will say about Americans is we're united. We come together when it matters. I don't think California is trash. I think the people running it is. I love our palm trees. I love the people of California, even though we can be rude. I don't know. I saw so many people come together during the fires and places filled with donations, right? I'm proud to wear things that have the American flag on it. I'm proud to own an American flag. I'm proud to have freedoms. And while I may not agree with laws, I follow them. Right? Like, some laws I think are fucking stupid. I do. Like, there's some law I'm just like, why the fuck is this even a thing? But like, they're there for a reason, and whether we like it or not, we have to follow them. And if I'm going and destroying property and attacking people who are doing investigations, right? Like, I should probably be in jail. Just saying. Like, just saying. Jordan seems to be the one place they didn't have issues. You don't have to like what's going on, but don't become part of that part too. That part too. Don't become part of the problem. And this is what I want to say to a lot of people. Like, you can't cry about violence and say that's what matters to you and deaths while getting your own friends and family and people hurt and injured. And you can't promote others being injured if you stand against violence. So, you know, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I am proud to be an American. I am. I'm not saying that I'm right or I have it all figured out. I'm not. I mean, I think we're all a little bit wrong in our beliefs. Seriously. Like, would you agree with that? We might all have a little bit of misinformation or things wrong. I don't know. Same thing with religions. We all might be fucking wrong, right? Like, I don't know. Just let law enforcement do their job. That part right there. If nobody's doing anything wrong, what's the problem with an investigation? If nobody's scamming billions, if everybody's here legally, if nobody's committing crimes, what is the problem? That's what I don't understand. And then I know people are going to call me ignorant and blah, 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 blah. But like, I don't know, for me, if so-and-so came and was storming my city, like, I have nothing to worry about. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not committing crimes. I'm not scamming billions of dollars. I'm not, I'm not. So like if somebody needed to investigate, why do I need to riot? Why do I need to, it's just, anyways. And then the people who are rioting and protesting, I don't even think they know what they're rioting and protesting for. Like you're upset about the stuff that you voted in. All right, rant over. Anyways, Chantal's bidet. I guess we're going to talk about it.
Hey guys. No, I'm not pooping. I've gone to the bathroom already.
Oh, well, good. I was worried you didn't.
That's just my bidet.
I'm doing it all wrong. I come live to talk about Girl World gossip. I guess I need to bring you guys along with me when I wash my ass. Apparently, it's a normal thing to get off when you come online, too. Apparently, I'm doing that all wrong. If you like to come when I pee.
Are we a little too close?
Oh, I could have worded that differently.
Are we a little too close for comfort? It's boring in here. Okay. Y'all look.
Shauna said, I guess so.
It's not disgusting. It's just water.
And I want to say, like, I respect that we have a difference of opinion. And I respect that we can have that and be adults about it, right? Like, I know that there's certain things that we, how do we word this? I've seen your tweets, okay? And what sets you apart from the rest is, like, I just see you saying, like, if you want change, be the change. Like, I don't know. And I like that you can have conversations. I really value that with adults, having conversations.
It's like washing your hands, but what is these? What is these? We're all friends here. What is these?
I haven't peed with my friends since the clubbing days. I mean, my dog goes with me and that's about it. Oh, Coco, I'm not even close to being done. Hold on. I'm going to put Coco outside for a minute. Shit. I don't even think I can move. She has me in a headlock. How are you so strong? Okay, hold on. I think I'm going to let this clip play, but if it restarts, just don't worry. Coco, I brushed my teeth. I don't need help with that. Thank you. I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on. I'll just restart it. It'll give me a minute and 43 seconds. Okay, Coco, I'm going to let you out right now.
Hey, guys. No, I'm not pooping. I've gone to the bathroom already. That's just my bidet. Are we a little too close? Are we a little too close for comfort? It's boring in here. Okay. Y'all look. It's not disgusting. It's just water. It's like washing your hands. But,
Okay, I get, like, I don't think a bidet is a bad thing. In fact, I think it sounds very refreshing, right? But, like, it shouldn't replace a shower. It just shouldn't. Caster said, girl, this is the internet. We're not your friends. I don't feel like I need to pee with anybody. Some things are meant to be done alone. For the most part, I feel like when you're an adult, the only privacy you get is in the restroom. And even then, that's not promised to you. So, that kid said after Foodie Beauty's Red Lobster, event, she discovered a mini cup of Parmesan cheese lurking in her sofa cushions. Bon appetit, garbage human. I will never get over this. I just picture warm cheese, and it's not very pleasant. Who knows how long it's been there? Who knows how many ravioli she went through? Why did she? I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever want to go to the restroom with you guys. No offense. Jolie said Chantal was talking about what else she has used when running out of toilet paper. Someone said your husband's shirt, and she laughed and looked guiltily at the camera. Also, some fun comments if you missed. All right. You are disgusting, Chantal. Did it happen around the time he gave you that look during your vlog where it looked like he wanted to delete you? I would be pissed if someone used my clothes to wipe. Teardrop said, I feel shooting water at your poop. It would splatter everywhere. Just my opinion. Why are we still here? If I used a piece of paper that was just sitting on the floor before. Oh, she said, I've used a piece of paper that was just sitting on the floor before. Ew! I pooped in a bag once, someone said, to save my car seat. I'm not ashamed, just scarred. Okay, well, that's enough internet today. Let's see how much more we have to do. I've gone from, I don't even know. At this point, I'm just disgusted. Oh, this is Amberlynn and Chantal. They're the same size, are they not? Can you imagine your thigh being the size of California? She could get a giant ass tattoo there. Huh. Amber looks smaller. Hold on. But again, I have to remember they just carry their weight differently. But Amber's stomach doesn't go down to her knees or almost ankles. Dastardly, AYS is a fraud just like the rest of them and can get bent. Oh, the one that was a failed dominatrix? Yeah, one day I'm going to go off on her. I'm just not annoyed enough yet, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like we got it for everybody who's been done dirty by that woman. Like, she can talk all kinds of, I'll say crap about whatever, right? Other people, religions, whatever. But don't you dare say a word about her or her religion, which just doesn't seem fair to me. And like, I remember a certain point in time where she had like, all religions, blah, 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 welcome. And that's not true. It's not true. I heard you can't even share an Israel flag in there. Anyways, she seems to clutch her pearls a lot. So it gives me life knowing that she, you know, used gags and balls and chains before. And she's not a little goody-goody like she pretends to be. I can't stand people like her. I don't know. Like, why pretend that you're above it all when you're not? You're just not. You probably stepped on somebody with your high heels before. Anyways, Empress said, this is all I see whenever I catch her from this angle. She does look like a frog, but they're cuter and have better manners. I've owned frogs. Those like, the White's tree frogs? I had one named Toby, and he used to sit on me. It was a very good time. He was cute. And he would stick to everything. Seriously. I remember I would take him like from room to room to room and he would just hop. One day he hopped onto the mirror and stuck. Anyways, they're very cute. She is not. I don't even know what she would be comparable to. I know people said hippo, but like even hippos are cute. There's nothing that makes you go, oh, about her, right? Anyways, I asked, is Kat, which is Hurl's real name, still yapping about me? Like, let me make this very clear, Hurl. You and I will never be the same. Oh, I read this one. Azria and I have apologized for what we've done to each other. You're still a liar who won't admit you doxed most of the people that you tag in your little rants. that no one cares about. When we do pay attention, we all laugh at you. When I'm finished giving Azria all your DMs, we will continue to be laughing at you. Here's the thing. Pearl just can't let people go. Like, she has to try to fuck shit up and ruin them and all this stuff, and it's just not worth it. Like, Pearl, you're never going to ruin me. I find you embarrassing. I think it's really sad to lie about your mom having all these things happening to her. I think it's sick to pretend like you've been affected by addiction. I think it's sick to dox me, then pretend to be my friend and deny that you're fickle fuck. You're not normal, Pearl. Like, you can't be praising God on your Twitter and being an online terrorist at the same time. Like, pick a lane. Are you a changed person, or are you getting revenge because people simply don't want to be your friends anymore? Like, seriously. All right, hold on. Let me see. I guess we'll cover the highlights. I don't want to read like a bunch of tweets on the same thing because I've kept you guys here for over 3 hours. We're almost going on to 4 hours. Not Discarded said it looks like Peter's chin down there, and it does. But his chin is smaller. Enigma said, what was she thinking of to make such a face as she did? Hakatu, Nicole. A naked mole rat.
Let me fix this. Let me fix this.
Okay.
Okay.
That face? A leopard seal. Do you see it? Her breathing is crazy, Ma. And all she's doing is adjusting the phone.
Chicken.
I can see that. Chicken.
Let's see what you didn't get. Yeah, I'll see. I think they got most.
I heard that they didn't have halal beef, or no, halal something. So she had to get, I don't know. She got something that was not halal. I don't understand it. She picks and chooses what things she's going to follow in Islam. So what was she thinking of? Oh, yeah, we saw that one. This is apparently ice melt is toxic to pets, causes kidney failure when licked off paws. Danger zone, happens fast. One walk outside is enough to poison. Dogs and cats can't resist licking paws. Chemical burns, mouth, throat, kidneys can be fatal without treatment. Oh my gosh. So you're supposed to wash their paws after every trip. Toxic ingredients, deadly chemicals in ice melt, sodium chloride, salt, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride. It says wipe paws immediately after every outdoor trip. No exceptions, even quick potty breaks. Well, she's not cleaning that up in the house. And BG, I'm not confident Foodie Beauty feeds her. So she still looks very small to me. I don't know, very thin. Foodie's the only one getting bigger. That poor cat. That poor cat. I feel like when you have pets and children, you look up like all the poisonous plants and food. I don't know. It's just a thing. But she doesn't care, which is why she shouldn't be a pet owner or ever have children. Well, she can't now. Anyways, Jamie said Chantal is trying to catch up to Amberlynn. Battle of the Biggins. They look the same size to me at this point. Maybe I'm just being mean, but I don't see a huge difference in weight. I just don't. Okay, so Foodie gave her thoughts on ICE agents. She says her heart goes out to Americans, except the ones who defend and support Trump and ICE. It's so hard sometimes to bite my tongue. It's so hard. Foodie, I think you would do something terrible to us over here if a man paid attention to you for 5 minutes. Like, you scare me. Honestly, people like you fucking scare me. You're easily manipulated. You believe whatever you're told. You think it's okay for people to harm others. I don't like anything you stand for. You're a very dangerous woman, and I really hope you never tried to come here. Seriously, don't. Just don't. All of your thoughts on our president, all of these thoughts, stay the fuck away then. Stay the fuck out. Stop trying to come here for fast food. Don't plan any road trips. We don't want your kind. I'm not talking about all Canadians. I hope you guys know that. The Canadians I've experienced, except for foodie, I don't know. I feel like there's another weird one I can't think of right now. But everybody else seems lovely and very normal, right? And then you have these crazy people like Chantal. Tara said, remember, this is a person who mops carpet. The salon cancels out any opinions foodie acquired from TikTok. Worry about your own country, Chantal, and maybe focus on the fact that you're slowly unaliving yourself. The U.S. doesn't need your input. We don't need it. We don't want it. We don't care for it. She has no idea what's going on in any of the countries she's been in, the country she's currently in. The only thing she knows about is the menu prices at fast food restaurants, okay? She knows when they go up. She knows all the new meals and deals. That's it. That's all. Fat Kid Cool said, ah, yes, foodie inspiring Kuwaiti personal growth era. Gone the moment she hit Canadian soil. It was a full factory reset. Volume maxed, manners deleted, and self-awareness missing in action. Proof that if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. I like this shirt. I honestly might order it. Former fat ass. I don't know. I want to wear it whenever I walk. Well, I don't know. That might look bad, but like, I feel like it'll be motivation of what I don't want to go back to. Like, the COVID weight was not cute, nor was it fun, nor was it healthy. I was tired all the time, and I just felt exhausted from going one room to the next. So, you know, maybe I'll put it on and remember that I used to be fat, and I don't want to go back there anytime soon. I think I had a whole tweet about the Mandy and Satan stuff, but I covered it mainly in the beginning. Hold on. Actually, I know what I want to read before I let you guys go. I know Foodie made a community post showing off that you can buy crochet washcloths. What is she using to wash herself with is my question. Like, just soap on a hand and spreading it around? Okay, hold on. Actually, does it even matter? I addressed it at the front or the beginning. Like, I had a whole lot of thoughts yesterday. I wrote them down. It's not really much different, but maybe like more angry. Anyways, I'll just read it anyways. Someone named Lisa and Mandy told me Satan was making people in the group uncomfortable. It was becoming a problem. None of these women are around anymore, by the way. Lisa got mad at me because she thought I blocked her on Facebook. I didn't. I just deactivated my Just Breezin' account. I don't use it. And Mandy, well, she's mad I didn't think protesters should interfere with investigations. And I wasn't crying over the Somalian people with her. So anyways, this is what really happened with the Satan thing. I confronted Satan after Lisa and Mandy complaining he makes them uncomfortable and stuff he was doing to Aaron, and he told me Mandy was lying. I didn't tell him about what Lisa said, and he said he had proof that Mandy was lying. Mandy told me they had talked about kissing. They stayed up all night talking and flirting, and that's it. That's all. Whatever happened, I don't know. I just asked him to stop trying to get with all the women in our group. At this point, there had been multiple people DMing me about him, and instead of changing or taking any accountability, he started blocking people on my channel and ran to Hurl. So I demodded him. When I warned Kimberlina because I knew she was flirting with him too, and Satan told me she was obsessed with him, well, her and someone named Tiffany anyways, Kim ran and told Hurl that I warned her about him for whatever reason. So I've been fighting with Hurl for a long time over all this. Here's the thing. Satan was only trying to get with the people going through mental health stuff. In my head, he should have known better. Maybe I held him to a higher standard for some reason. Now in present time, these women I've been defending and taking shit for have turned on me. Why, you ask? Let's start with Kim. She disappeared, let me fight with her while she got to drink and have a good old time yapping away in other people's chats. And all I did was warn her about Satan. Mandy? She's watched shit repeatedly be flung at me and not once defended me. Last night she unfollowed me on everything due to me supporting our federal agents. And I took that personal. I've taken so much heat and not once did I throw her out or think she wasn't worth the fight. Till last night, when I saw her for who she truly is. Now she can fight all by herself. I've served my time in this war. You are a cheater. Pearl was right. You should take some blame. But Pearl, you're a monster. You were right when it came to those women cheating and lying and not owning their shit, but I would still never choose you over them, over anyone. So keeping an online terrorist, I don't care because one day you will be stopped. I promise you that. And this last part I put to Mandy is unnecessary, so I'm not going to say it. But you know what's going on is not normal. And you can blame me and you can make me the victim and you can make me the bad guy because of what I support or what I don't. But you've known all this about me for how long and it wasn't a problem until last night. Like, fix your shit and stop being a victim. Like, just stop. When you see your friends getting talked about, being lied about, harassed, I had pizzas coming to my house. Not once did you come online and say she's not lying. I was the one who did it. Not once. And then you made me look insane for defending you and talking to these people still. Like, I don't know. You could say that it's because I didn't want to pray for XYZ. I wanted everybody to stay safe and make good decisions. Like, if I'm going to pray for one person, I'm going to pray for everybody to be safe. One life to me is like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, why is somebody's life more important than somebody else's? Like, at the end of the day, the people, these officers, they still have kids at home, wives at home, people that want them to come home. Like, are we thinking about them? Or are we only thinking about people who are here illegally? Anyways, you could say it was because of that. You can run from all your problems. You can go be friends with Busy Little Bee now because that's what all the weirdos do. But like, what stands true and what I will not back down from is I should have never protected you. Like, you did fuck up. And to let me take everything because of your decisions, I should have stopped being friends with you a year ago. I should have. You're not a good friend to anybody. Anyways, I love you guys. I love you guys. I have been holding that in for so fucking long. All of that. Again, I'll stand by what Satan was doing was creepy, but he was right about Mandy. I love you guys. Thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. I don't want anybody, by the way, to pick sides. I don't want anybody to bash Mandy. I don't want anybody to bash anybody. Honestly, I'll say this. While it hurt to go through, I'm like, really? Really? This is what ends our friendship? Not the you cheating and me sticking up for you? Like, you know? Not the you... I don't know. There was so much shit. So much shit. It's really, really fucking been eating at me. I felt with certain people, like, I had to walk on eggshells. And, like, I can only talk about current events if I was going to be sharing their side and how they felt about it. And it was frustrating. Like, I will never be one of those people who say you have to pick a side, you have to pick this, you have to pick that. Like, I don't know. I've been through many things in life. Like, I voted many different ways at this point. I don't know. I have a very open mind and I'm not going to stop saying how I feel. Do I want to talk about politics and shit all the time? I don't. It's not fun for me to talk about all the time. It's just not. But I know there's people out there like me who go around to people's chats and have to hear if they're Republican or if they voted for Trump or if they don't want criminals here. You know what I mean? Like, we're this and we're that. And it's really frustrating and it's sad to hear. And it feels like places we can hang out are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I want to offer a place where you can feel comfortable, where you can feel welcome out there, where you don't have to be called a racist or whatever else. And if you don't agree with me too, like, you can also say that. That's the beauty of being an adult and having conversations. We might not always agree with each other, but like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who can see all sides. And I feel sad for people who live their life where they can't have an open mind, or they're forever a victim, or they only see things one way. I feel bad for you because you're never going to grow in life out there. You will never grow. If we all thought the same, did the same, and acted the same, it would be so fucking boring, right? Like, we all learn from each other. Even if I may not belong to somebody's particular religion, like, there's always something I can learn from that religion, right? Whether it's being kind to animals or whatever else. I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, this has been a really fucking long live. I'm sorry if anybody had stuff to do. I will not be backyard streaming today because I actually have a bunch of phone calls I have to make. I have to make a doctor's appointment. I have to refill my medicine, all that fun stuff. You know, adult. Unload the dishwasher. But tomorrow, I promise we will go for a walk or hang out in the backyard. I'll do a poll. We'll decide what we're going to do during the first stream. I'll be live in the morning to recap everything. And I love you guys. I don't like drama. I don't. Like, it's fun to be messy sometimes. It's fun to have back and forth. But I guess I'm different from other people. Like, I don't know, the people like Mandy or Gorl, like, they crave drama. They crave chaos. They crave self-destruction. And I don't. I crave laughing and music and, I don't know, having long conversations about life, recovery, being a mom, whatever else. I like rescuing animals. I like smoking in my backyard. I like things to be peaceful. You know, I've lived a crazy life before. I don't want to live like that today. So if I have chosen not to be your friend, or a friendship has ended, Gorl, Mandy, whatever else, leave me the fuck alone at this point. I've done my time with you people. Like, I don't know. Let me put energy into the people who put energy into me. I'm going to put my energy into the friendships that people put energy back into it. I'm going to respect those that respect me. I'm going to stick up and be loyal to those that stick up and be loyal to me. And that's my audience that I have in this chat right now. With that being said, I have to pee like no other. I'm surprised I even held it in for this long. So I love you. I will be back in the morning. Hold on. Let me thank you guys for the membership milestones and the super chat. I don't want to seem ungrateful. I just almost forgot. Hold on. Oh God, now I can't get back into my chat. Are you kidding me? Oh, hold on. No, I don't want to moderate. Oh, listen. Now I'm clicking all the different buttons. All right. Willow, I want to thank you so much for the super chat and congratulations on being an auntie. I know that beautiful baby boy is going to have the coolest aunt in town, and I know you're always going to look out for him. And please tell your sister we said congratulations too. Chronicles of Jen, welcome back to the Breezy Bunch. I have missed you. PQ, thank you for being a member for 16 months. And Lori, thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. I love you guys. Have a great day, great evening, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next live stream. Goodbye, everybody.